Here's a message of importance to millions of people who are continually pale and washed out, weak and run down. Doctors will tell you that these conditions are often caused by a deficiency of iron. The iron you need to keep you physically fit and mentally alert. Medical studies show that 2 out of 3 women and many, many men lack the daily iron your body requires in a form your body can easily use and put to work. Every dose gives you more than your daily minimum iron requirement.
We are awake, we are awake, we are not alone. We are striving for more.
So if you're not getting the iron your body needs,
We are awake, we are not alone.
if you feel weak, run down, and are easily upset,
We are striving for more.
start taking iron today.
Happy Friday, my friend. I'm starting off fresh and I feel good. I look good. I smells good. I am good.
It's Friday, my dudes.
Thank God it's Friday.
And what a cluster it is. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome, I guess, to Have No Sphere. I think we're here. I think we're at least broadcasting live. I'd be curious to how we sound. But yeah, we'll be here. Why not? I had a big NVIDIA update, the NVIDIA broadcast. So once my computer finally got all the updates done, everything was just not where I left it. It's taken me at least an hour to try to figure out what I can and can't change, how to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know, and the audio to make sure it happens. Jesus, what a clusterfuck. I don't know what the hell. Like, it's a whole different system than what I used this morning. Whole different system than what I used last time we broadcast Have No Sphere. This is just... So forgive the learning curve, because I'm going to have one tonight.
So Shifty Eyed Shady in chat says you kosher. I guess that means our sound is good. Oh, there's our official broadcast producer there, Liz, the Iron Maiden, saying sounding okay.
All right, that'll do.
Cool.
That'll do.
That'll do. Yeah.
Well, since we're here, let me just say hello to Mr. Walter Johnson. You might recognize him from his channel here on the YouTubes as Flat Earth Ed.
Yeah, you might not though, since I never do anything over there. Oh, did I hear an echo? Hello? 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 Nope. I did. Oh, look, there I am. In Antarctica, me and the llama. Larry the llama. Anyway. Yeah, it's Friday, dudes. Got some sleep today, finally. So I feel better than I did this morning. Sure. Went to the gym. Did a little lap or 3. That always energizes me. I was dragging ass when I got up. But yeah, we're here.
We do be here.
Finally, after all the, I had an update just computer related, which made, of course, everything fun when I got on. So I had luckily seen that earlier when I sat down to save my lanes or book them or whatever you do up there. I noticed the update had happened because my password didn't log in immediately and all that. I'm like, oh, so I checked and yeah. Had to reconnect all my Bluetooth stuff. So, but it's working, I guess. Y'all hear me and I hear you, and that's what counts.
That's what counts. We'll get her done one way or the other. Now let's head on over to South Carolina and say hello to Mrs. Cami Knodel. You might recognize Cami's channel here on the YouTubes as Aisling717. I know you've seen her in chat. Cami, how are you doing?
I am doing it. My ass is dragging. I had trouble with text, so I'm just like right with you guys.
Sweet.
Completely there on a Friday night. Yep.
On it.
I am on it. I am on assignment. I got everything you guys have talked about. I haven't had NVIDIA, but I'm not live on camera right now because if I do put it on, I will be upside down. Should have the laptop back next week, and that'll change it. Yeah?
Sweet.
Or is that StreamYard that it does that, not Skype, though? It's okay. I don't want to be on camera anyway.
Yeah,
But
they all do things.
tech's just been...
When updates happens, it messes up pretty much everything for me.
Yep.
Hi, Liz. I have a hi, Cami from Liz. Missing you.
Yeah, missing all you fucker. But since there's one last fucker to
Indeed.
say hello to, that'd be the Mr. Zachary Zabala. He's got a channel on the YouTubes as Good Times for All. How you doing, Zach? How's your sound? How's your tech? How's your computer? How's everything going with you?
I woke up to the internet being out. Didn't realize it till really after the show. I guess I was on the phone data the whole time we were doing the show this morning.
Ouch.
I had no idea. It's unlimited, so it's all right. But yeah, it's just, and then you go to reset it and this and that, and it doesn't. It was like not working. And then it started. I had to turn it off and on like 3 different times. Then it finally started doing what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, not a bad day. Got the book. That's what I noticed. I was getting ready to do the book. And I couldn't do it until after I got that done. It was not a bad morning.
Well, good.
Cold. A little chilly. Can't complain. I know there's people that are colder.
Yeah, that's why I don't even want to talk about temperature here.
But
Just
Jaron and
after the
Austin
world-
last night talking about how cold it was. It was like 49 degrees or something like that. I was like, oh,
Dudes ain't gonna make the night.
like you guys are in for it. Just wait. You think that's cold?
We're looking at
Shout
a
out to Fletch.
balmy 31
Over there doing
degrees
his-
right now.
Oh, sorry.
We're at 31 degrees right now, but come Monday, it'll be all
It'll
right.
be all right.
And it'll be 60 degrees, 58 degrees.
See, it's a nuts little roller coaster they've got us riding right now.
Yeah, I don't see any snow in the forecast, so that's good.
So here's what Jaron and Austin are going to. Current is negative 22 degrees right now. Partly sunny.
And it's chilly, but not like deadly cold.
And then, oh, come on. Let's see. 2 p.m., 3 p.m., negative 15. 4 p.m., negative 15. 5 p.m., negative 15. Today, Sunday, Monday, it's like negative 14, negative 12, negative 8. So when they're there, it should be... When are they getting there? Tomorrow, right? They should be leaving tomorrow.
I don't know. They air tag themselves, right? We can all follow along live and see exactly where they are at any given time, surely.
Negative 14 degrees. With 25% humidity, that doesn't sound like a desert.
I think it's measured by precipitation, not humidity.
Okay.
I think is how that works.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be cold. Like a desert.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Glad I'm in South Carolina. I'll just say that. But this is awesome. This is so cool that they get to go and, you know, instead of the final experiment, this is what, the first expedition? Hopefully of many that eventually get
learning
done.
opportunities. Yeah, things to do. Do you have on your weather information for them wind speed and elevation? Because those are the two things that are really also going to affect it. If again, the wind kicking in with that is what's going to drive it, make it real dangerous. And he's looking. And elevation, of course, easy to breathe and that through it too. Is it, high? I've been it's like 20 below zero at high elevation. It was stay inside next to the fire and like stay real close to the fire weather.
Dust and dander is extreme down there.
Where they are?
Yeah. What?
Interesting. Well, when you spin pizza dough.
Any word is saying, do you have any cloud cover data in that too with it, or we're making
it just says partly cloudy today, partly cloudy. Monday is supposed to be sunny. Tuesday cloudy, Wednesday cloudy, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday sunny. It is not saying negative 15 degrees, pretty much. Right around there. And it doesn't look like the temp changes all that much. I thought it was supposed to get up in the 30s. Oh, I think that's around the edge, though. Not so much, because they're going to be pretty far out there.
And do we have an elevation for them, or?
Let me see. South Pole. Elevation. I bet it's over 14,000 feet. Nope, 9,301. So it's up there.
It's up there.
Well, now that we're broadcasting live and I've got sound and I've got at least got a little bit of video, I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee and some papers. And I'll be right back.
All right, all right.
You guys talk amongst.
So did you guys see that video Ken Wheeler put out about the drones?
All right.
That he saw two videos that where the drones were these man-made drones that they have, data on and this and that and yada, yada, yada. And then there was, he was also talking about a lot of them, they're saying, oh, they're orbs and this and that. He's saying almost all those that he's seen is just people taking pictures out of focus. Now you can get Venus, if you get it in focus, you can get a crescent moon. Or if it's not in focus, it just looks like this big weird hexagon.
That weird blobby thing, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying they're all like that up there. Everything taken out of there is out of focus. Because some of those ones where they look like they're underwater, that looks like it's in focus, But there's a lot of them that we saw, especially when we first started looking at the sky, that weren't in focus. They were those big blobby things. But yeah, he's saying that they're man-made. They're
It's the company that makes it. It's a military intelligence thing. Our government owns a buttload of. So it looks like, and it's used for intelligence, and they use them.
Is that metric or?
The potential, yeah, the potential for them is they have an open cone and anywhere to surveillance information can be stored in there, or like up to a 640-pound payload, as in kaboom. So I don't. They're interesting. They're a military plane, or not plane, but military drones, and pretty again they have a right now where you can hover and drop in the way that they can take off and land on a postage stamp, and
I want to know
again,
who the
no
guy
people are
is.
more than that. Yeah, it opens the game. Or they were saying you can triangulate them into type of technology in Skynet. Ken Wheeler was comparing it to like a possible like Skynet type of thing, where again you can have them there. Right now, the ones that they're doing
Surveillance.
have surveillance, but they also have a lot of other capabilities. And right now, like the ones that they have up there, can fly for 9 hours and hover for 11.
Wow.
So, plane down in New York, plane down or drone down? Captain Caveman. Suppose I could, pick up my phone and search.
I'll go look. Yeah. See.
Oh, also while you're looking
a
for where
small
they are,
plane crash
a
on
small plane crash.
I-684 along New York, Connecticut border. That sucks.
plane. For those that are wondering, on the elevation of where they are and what it's comparable to, it's very comparable to Breckenridge, Colorado, one of my favorite hangouts. And I was going to say Aspen or something. Well, no, but Aspen's actually quite a bit lower. Aspen's at like 7,250. So you definitely, Breckenridge was a huge local spot. It's a lot easier going there and acclimating, from Denver than it is from sea level. But you definitely feel the altitude.
Mm-hmm.
They won't have the extreme, or not extreme, but the altitude. Because we used to have a cabinet up at 11,000 feet over Hoosier Pass right by Breckenridge, and I had that cabin for 10 years. And people would come and stay from the coast and that and get altitude. They'd see doctors, and when they'd come back again, they would feel like get really bad headaches, dehydrate easy, and had a hard time at that altitude. I didn't have the easiest time, but not near as hard as people that, again, you want to take 3 days to get your body used to it.
How high were we up in Guanella?
Guanella Pass, probably about that. Let's see. Okay, the top of the pass was 11,670, but we weren't staying at the top of the pass. I would say we're really close in elevation at Guanella is where they are now. I would say that's a good call.
Yeah, when I went for that hike up the side of the mountain,
You feel it?
when I got up, it wasn't too bad at where we were. But yeah, once I got up there, it was like, okay, I'm going to walk like 50 yards and then I'm going to sit down for a second. This is crazy. Like, I have to catch my breath. If you're not used to it, it'll jump on you real quick.
And at about 14,000 feet, I was trying to explain most of the time, but Pike's Peak, you feel it too. But especially when you climb and you get up, to 13 and 14,000 feet, by the time you get up there, your legs are kind of jelly anyway. But you're just amazed, like, how much work each step is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pikes Peak was crazy. What was that, 14,125 feet, I think? Is it on that sign?
I think so. I think that's about right. And I used to climb, again, where the cabin was, the one I could get to from our cabin. That was Mount Lincoln. And Mount Lincoln is 14,295.
Yeah, if you've never been up in a mountain, it's something to see. It's a neat place to look around, and
in the snow in July. I mean,
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like the 5th of July, and we're up there barefoot walking around in the snow and wearing shorts.
I have pictures like that on top of Mount Lincoln, many of them like that, where your shorts under your snow pants too on things, because if we're hanging out up there, you couldn't do it in shorts. We're gone.
Yeah. Look at that.
Seen Alpha V in chat sent that. Pretty interesting. Very aquatic appearing. Has arrived, so if I suddenly go away, she has helped.
Good evening,
Cool, thank
Jana.
you. I'm sorry.
Saying good evening to Jana in chat.
Oh, what's up, lady?
Hello, Jana.
How you doing? Saying hey to people, and that's when I saw the link, so I checked it out and wanted to share. What is up, Sweet Jay? Nickname. And Sweet Ray.
So what's going on with the Karen Reed trial? I was trying to tell him about it this morning, Cami, about how they're trying to say
Yeah, that
that
was some crazy crap.
this medical examiner isn't qualified. Go ahead, you explain. You know it much better.
I don't know
than
if I explain it better, but like I'm watching it, it's great. They did a Daubert hearing, and it was basically they wanted to disqualify a expert witness, where they were questioning an expert witness, somebody that the first time around, because it's a free trial, you know, they were approved by the judge. They had the papers they had to submit it and everything, and they were an expert witness. And normally, again, once you're qualified, you're qualified. And the prosecution tried to get her disqualified. They're halfway through the hearing now. Now, this person that they're trying to get disqualified is not only an expert, but she is like, if you're going to say expert, and watch somebody, she went to MIT. Before that, she was a police officer first, and went to MIT after 3 years, left to take care of her dying mother, then back to school, got her doctorate in surgeon. She's specialized in pathology and in with several different ones, right? And then she also ER medicine and that, and she through her time was like on the board and the mentor for programs. So she was teaching at the colleges and that on what to look for. She did rape and different crime scenes, and I mean, if you wanted to see somebody that had, and it's just like down to earth and very, she had a military way around her. I mean, very clean cut and a straight person. It was like, how are they going to try to take her down? And so I was curious, and the prosecutors understand now, and this is interesting because they didn't, again, there's no question that somebody with this many degrees and being on the board of the different things and the mentors and training, and she's who teaches the crime labs. Her students are kids studying to be in crime labs, right? Oh, for instance, she's a major a forensic scientist, and she specializes in this, written books on how to identify like dog bites and different human bites and that, and again on injuries. And it's really, really detrimental to the prosecution's case because of the fact that Karen Reed, the person that died, John O'Keefe, his injuries, puncture wounds and scratches and that on his arm, and then like defense wound bruising on his fist. But for being hit by a car, she supposedly hit and ran and killed him and drove off driving, but he had no bruising below. So she's also a medical doctor. He had no bruising below his neck, no injuries at all, consistent with out of a car accident. So they're really, really trying hard to disqualify her, and they couldn't. Interesting to see.
And this
what
is the
court- it's like-
prosecution. This
This is
government.
the prosecution, the government trying to get rid of. You almost should watch this hearing. I suggest on the Emily Baker hearing channel or Melanie Little, but watching them, it's crazy. The work of the government to get. It's like if you don't like what the expert says, what do? You bring in your own expert and give reasons why you don't believe what that expert is saying, but trying to make it that she can't testify because she's too damaging to the state's case.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
So they started trying to say that, like, what she gave in Bourgeois before the trial and what she testified to were slightly different, but it's, again, where she was in Bourgeois, she didn't have as much, it was like at the beginning of things in the research. And and they're like, well, you didn't say exactly the same thing here as you're saying now. And she's like, no, as more information came in and more pieces and that came here, I became much more clear on my conclusion. So I didn't lie. They're basically accusing her of lying when she's shown when information came in. And anyway, they're going to still try to pick her apart, but they brought all these people in for this little, which should have been a short trial all day. And they're going to have to come back in another month. See if they can get it done there because the judge doesn't have anything open and would arrange her schedule. But you would not believe. Watch this trial. This trial is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Kangaroo Court does not begin to say what's going on in Norfolk County brain meds. It's these are the solo cut people. These are the police officers that collected the crime scene stuff in solo beer cups.
And we're blowing the snow with leaf blowers.
Well, yeah.
The tracks, over the tracks. Because being from Massachusetts, they weren't sure how to investigate in the snow.
In the snow.
Being from Massachusetts. Doesn't it snow every year in Massachusetts? Like, pretty good. Like, they get quite a bit of snow up there.
Now, this is interesting, too, because I'm surprised they're trying to retract, because the lead prosecutor for the state has been fired or dismissed or has charges, and the FBI has investigated him. It's a known thing that on the trial when he took her phone, he spent several hours going through it personal, looking for naked pictures and that, and calling her cunt. How do you know? Because he was texting it on his private phones about it to all of his friends and betters, saying, do you want me to see? And let's see if she's got this and let's hang the... he's actually on multiple texts, invested in doing all kinds of things like this. And it's insane, and yet they're still going out to get her. They're like, again, seeing how much they can cost this. And
then what did the news have to say about it? Remember that?
And the news doesn't watch the trials. Just reports it as, this hit and run that, again, the news does not pick it up. So it's interesting watching the trials and watching what the news reports on trials is so fascinating. It's never, if you want to, again, get anybody hooked on how much the media lies, have them sit and watch or handle a trial that they're covering on mainstream media and see what their take is or what any rational person's take is. And it's like, they're not even looking at the trial. They're reading their script on what's supposed to be happening in the trial.
Yeah, it's insane.
Jaron is about to go live on location, but I'll watch on the phone so I can still have you guys on the TV. No, if he's live on location, we probably want to watch it too.
Where's she going?
No, Jaron.
Campanella.
We're live
It's going live.
Punta Arenas.
I got you. Yeah, I guess we do.
Well, yeah, we're not monetized, so I don't think it would get us shut down. show what they're showing. I think that's only an issue if you're monetized. I do believe.
Well, then it all comes down to has Josh returned from his skin hunt?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
But it's not like I'm sharing video. I think it was something. Look, they beamed it into my head today too when I was trying to get my sound situated. Like there was nothing open. Nothing. There was
And
no.
the people on YouTube don't hear anything when that happens, do they?
Nope. Well, they will now if I do it now.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. I'll stream.
Can you do it? I was working on
Yeah.
trying to get. All right, then I'll let you. I'm just trying to think it through. Is what all I'd have to.
What's up,
do.
everybody? Space Audits in the house. Those little avatars are hilarious. I like her pink gear. It's pretty. Wonder if they'll be able to live stream from Antarctica. Supposedly, watch out, fucking cars. Supposedly, we'll be able to. We'll leave it till I see it work. But they say Starlink will be there. Whole rundown from the ALE lady telling us that anybody can do anything they want. You're gonna take off and go tomorrow south to get to the pole. Take the mic. Be easier. Want to cross?
Yeah, if they wanted
what?
to do a final event,
See what I'm saying?
you know,
He's not talking to me.
want to call it
Try-
that, you need to fly from South America, land at the South
Oh, yes.
Pole, take
Hi,
off
cutie
and fly to
pie.
Australia.
Look at her hair just like daddy. She's so cute. Hey. Look how happy. The happy baby. Jump. Let me see jump.
They
Jump.
do that?
Oh, don't get around us. So cute.
How
We're crossing
many
with it.
can you get to the South Pole base from anywhere else besides South America?
I don't-
I don't
Let
know.
me see. Turn this back up. Sorry, folks.
very important people. How's the sound? This car stopping for us. Look at this car stopping for us. Oh, no, everybody just stops for pedestrians. Cool. Thank you.
Now, where are they currently? I know you said it, but
Say it in Spanish.
Puntas Arenas,
I guess I do.
Chile.
How's the sound? Is it better without? Then the mics, but I didn't want to do that. So, Jaron, did you take observations with a gyro? With a gyro? Yeah, I just sprung up the gyro on the plane. Way down. Did that? No, we did not take observations with a gyro.
He's mispronouncing
I'm
that.
assuming you'd have to get one that's
Slow roasted
motorized,
lamb
that is platform somehow connected to the
with
plane.
some cucumber tzatziki sauce, all stuffed inside a pita.
Making me really hungry, Josh. That's a favorite.
Yeah, I like me some gyros too.
Okay. Flights to the South Pole. Or flights to South Pole base.
USA Today posted 12 minutes ago, Donald Trump says he will push to end daylight saving.
Nice.
That would be awesome. Oh, good. Scientists discovered a new continent. Guess they've been missing it for a while.
I want to know. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of research here. Oh, shit, I'll turn this back up.
Is this still going? What's up, Brian Cash? Jennifer in the house. What's up, Jennifer? Truth Bombs. Looks beautiful. What are you talking about? Me? Oh, that's view. I don't know if I'd say beautiful. All right. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. 10 a.m. should be 10 at night. It's 10:05 p.m. Craig, what's up, Craig Blackmer? How you been? Long time no see. It's 10:05 p.m. I saw that Duffy hit piece too. Which one was that? Thank you, Sue. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. I'm watching the chat. How long we'll have? We're live on Clubhouse. What's up, Bitcoin Motorist? I like that name. We're live on Clubhouse. What's up, Natural Balance? Tone Blair, what time you guys leave tomorrow? Our flight is at 10. We got to be ready at 7. They're picking us up. We fly at 10. Ask Austin when his subscribers are getting the private videos. He's doing one now, I believe. Isn't that what he's doing? I don't know. He wanted us to go live first so he could do the private stream. Looks like Monterey. A little bit. Full screen, no work in this live stream? Well, because wait, let me see. No, it says orientation blocked because we're doing that go live with a friend thing or whatever. So when Austin joins, then it'll be both of us on screen. Can you tell us what you will think if there is a 24-hour sun? Well, what do you think if there isn't a 24-hour sun? All depends on what I see. Are you looking south? Yeah, this is dead south, Wendy. Right about this way. I don't know. If everything matches everything that we've been told, then I'll have to make my mind up when I see that. I doubt it. I think there'll be some sort of anomaly. I think that we'll see possibly flipped sunspots. Who knows? But it's light over there. That's south. And we're traveling south tomorrow. And if we fly south, then the sun should lift up. And if the sun lifts up, it's not going to be far enough that the north sun's going to go down. So then that's going to be a sun in the sky for 24 hours a day. So we'll have to see. But it could also be that we're just seeing ambient light. Sun could be headed off that way, going around. And then you're just getting some residual off some sort of dome. That's why it's going to be fun to see. We won't know till tomorrow. There's no way we see the 24-hour sun. Yeah, that's been our position. And I would just say the only thing that's changed that so far is just when we're here, it gets really bright here at night. Even at midnight, you'll still see brightness there. And then the sun rises right over here. Where would you say about where that boat is? Liz, would you say that the sun rose about where that boat is?
Yeah. I would say right side of the boat.
Oh, that's a little bit wavy. Yeah. Hi, no 24-hour sun in Antarctica or is not possible. Wait, or is not possible. Wait, hi. So 24-hour sun in Antarctica is or is not possible on flat Earth. That's up to you. How am I in charge of what's impossible and what's impossible? You'll have to decide that for yourself. We haven't seen it yet, so there's no use in worrying about it. We don't know what this light is that's over here. Although that looks like, where did the sun set? Oh, never mind. That looked bright right there, but it's not. It'll be interesting to see for sure. I should have worn my gloves. I'm such a loser. My pants are warm. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to read this. Puff Puff's Pass is coming in a minute. Sharon, as it that random one guy who is not with your party, is he well built as I suspect he would be to be Will's security? You could tell that he did not know Will. In fact, you could look him up. His name is J.G. Scholes without a T. He's the only other guy going on a trip. He says he's going to ski. And then he was like getting all smart ass, like, I certainly didn't. I'm certainly not going to see that the Earth's a sphere. So, you know, that kind of guy. Love what you're doing. Just FYI, there are handheld portable gyroscopes.
Jaron needs to ask while he's down there, like, well, how long would it take to get to the base that's just right outside of Australia? Shouldn't we be able to just fly over there in like 3 or 4 hours?
Bro, handheld portable.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it looks like the only way to get to the South Pole is from Punta Arenas. This base, the Amundsen Scott South Pole base, this is the only way to get there that I'm finding. There is no, like, because I was even looking at the Moss, I think it's called the Mawson, station, and it's off the coast of Australia. It says you have to go to Punta Arenas in South America and then fly to the South Pole.
So, Zach, that's something that we hit on like 8 years ago on it, that I did all kinds of research, and I researched people traveling military bases to bases, and all of the ones going from a military base in Antarctica to another military base in Antarctica that was like the below Australia one. Again, doing it what you're saying, all of them hit the northern hemisphere.
That's crazy.
Which, again, how can you think about that? But yeah, we tried
that's just crazy.
different people that did it and how long it took, and it was like, again, crazy. But it was something discussed probably 8 years ago, and I don't know the specifics now, but we talked to Robert Short and had different people in the chats from military, and they didn't put it together on it, and, you know, you just do what you're told when in the military. But that's crazy, again.
So it can't seem to find, Google Earth can't seem to find a way there from the Mawson station to the Amundsen Scott.
No, it's not going to have. It's not going to have ways. Once if you take Antarctica and split it between, East and West Antarctica, the way it used to be on maps. You know, on maps it used to be two pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And if you split it in those two pieces, now you're right. The people on the bases on one side don't get. You can't. They're going to call it the mountain ridge or things too dangerous to fly, but you don't get to mix the two.
Let's see what
we have no volume with Elizabeth. There is it because
man. Wait till you see us in these red jackets they bought us.
We got the puffies, what they call it down
the
here.
The puffy jacket.
Snow pants.
Well, the snow jacket is just a joke. I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, holy shit! I look like I weigh 400 pounds.
we waddle in these.
Here comes Witsit. He's coming. He's just slow. Have you guys noticed that Witsit's really slow? What?
Runners, they're back. Look, the runners are back.
How are they back? I thought they get picked up tomorrow when we pick them up.
Oh, then maybe this isn't either.
Oh, he's talking to his daughter. We won't put that on camera. What city in Punta Arenas? It doesn't make any sense. I said, what city in Punta Arenas? Puffy no diddy. Right. We were learning all about, when they say that people travel across Antarctica unassisted? I'm sure you've heard this a million times. So we're talking to the ALE rep tonight at dinner, and we're like, and she's like, oh, well, we go and we drop all their provisions along the way. We drop their food provisions and we clear the path for them and we make sure there's no cross. We're like, that's not unassisted. Like, no, it's unassisted because it's just them. We're like, yeah, but you're dropping all the fucking food along the way. Well, yeah, no human being could ever just walk and carry their own food. Oh, okay. That's not unassisted.
But they got to tell you the path and you got to prove it, right?
Will this debunk concave Earth as well? I don't think concave Earth is in the question, but teach their own. I did not know that concave has good evidence. I guess they have the rectilineator experiment.
So you remember when they at dinner, and I was like, I'm about to jump on.
Yes.
I was at dinner and I was like,
Oh, don't even start, because I had to start listening to McKeegan fucking trying to explain it to me. I'm like, dude. He's like, oh, no, but if you lay down at the water, it always falls away from you. It only rises up because you're higher than the water.
how does that help him?
I don't know. I'm tired of hearing that guy. Would you eat a penguin? If I had to. Hey, you know why there's so I was also asking that lady, I'm like, why aren't there dogs allowed anymore? They used to have dogs. Dogs were allowed on Antarctica. She said, because people would always get stuck and then eat them. So I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what she said. Punta Arenas is 70 degrees west, 53 south. Yes. Looks like a ball. Does it, Paul? That looks like a ball, huh? Holy smokes. Huh? No, I sent you. Shit. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. This shit is going to end up with this draw. That would be very strange. That would mean that there's just nothing but clouds in the sky. We never get to see a thing. There really shouldn't be clouds down there. That's what I don't understand. Drone panic. Need live stream on this ASAP. Fake aliens. We got permission from DJI and the government. I guess I don't know who the hell else to give them permission, but John got permission to take the drones up to a mile, which is like twice as high. There's what's in, which is like twice as high as drones are allowed to. Which is going to be joining the stream. Look at this. Look at this magic. Man, you look like this guy. Looks like a polar explorer already. Yeah. Jesus, you look like Vincent Scott right now. Can you add some ice
I
to
think
your
it's
beard,
two
please?
different people. I don't think his name is.
Yeah, Mark's my favorite too. Where is he?
Vincent
Mark.
Scott.
It's Mark right
There
there. Mark says.
Dude, we're about to go to
Mark
the,
says,
to
where's
the
Mark?
freaking
He's my favorite, but it's from Mark.
Antarctic region, bro. We're gonna go to the extremities of the earth, bro.
Elizabeth used her Skyfinder app to show us where the sun would be. Yes, she can. Can you do that? They want to see where the sun would be on your Sky viewer, your Sky Miracle. Mark,
What's it,
get your
frozen?
ass over here. We're
Am I
tired of
frozen?
waiting for
Am I
you.
back?
Every day you're late. You're late for
I was
every
only
fucking
frozen
thing
because I
we
was
do,
looking
Mark.
at my.
The sun, right?
Yeah, so the sun. Here we go. Sorry.
It's supposed to be right
Let's see,
there.
why is it still dark?
Gravity.
Back. Okay.
Mechanical compass.
She's
Yeah,
showing
I'll show you
the.
guys.
So it's yes, supposedly, but it's behind the clouds.
Okay, and then fast forward to. Oh, we're getting. Show us on camera. That was nice.
Yeah, it's hard
We're
over
getting
there.
Fast forward.
Top down view. You.
In the chat over there, it's hard. All the baltards over there. I have trouble not playing Whack-A-Troll.
This yellow line.
It's gonna get dark
Gotcha.
all over here.
But I get it. You know, the more people watching and
Guys.
that,
Right, I have to move it. You won't like.
the more YouTube
Gotcha.
income.
Yeah. Why does the
So,
wind always
guys-
start blowing at night? Like, are you?
So cold. I didn't wear gloves today like an idiot.
All right, so now we're
So cold. Hold on, we got to check the weather in Punta Arenas. Punta Arenas. 58 degrees was the high. Okay, now what's the weather right now? Weather. It's 53 degrees right now. It's so cold. I wish I had my gloves on, he says.
Oh my gosh,
The-
Jared,
the
you're
wind
not going to be
is
able to come to South
19
Carolina.
Miles per
It's-
hour, though.
Oh,
It
well,
is
it's
19
46
miles per
here.
hour wind. Because it feels like 48.
And
Not
here our
pissed
real
off.
feel is 48, so he can't be here either.
No,
We have 46
he would,
degrees with
he
the
would
48
need
real
gloves
feel
here right now.
right
exit
now.
out.
Oh,
There you
Jaron, you are just
All right, I'm closing the app out.
going to be loving the next few days.
It wasn't letting me. All right, so now we're back to 10:18 p.m. Right, local time. Over here.
As much as I would
Right,
love
it's supposed to be
to
over
go
there.
down there just to gather data
And is it not showing
and
the compass
experience it,
You want to grab it, the one that's in there? Okay.
I just, no. No, I trust these guys, you know?
Right where it's supposed to be. Southwest.
I don't believe it for 1 second that they, you know, could get offered money and then be like, oh, nope, we saw it. Earth's a globe. I'm going to forget about everything else that I've learned and all that kind of stuff. That looks just like my compass. Like the exact same one.
Please tell me it rises south of east.
He got ripped
But
off
looks
if
like
they
it
paid
was $1,000.
$80 for that. I mean, they're not cheap. The one I got was like $55. It was it wasn't like at, you know, a Walmart type place or a big brand store. It was at a survivalist shop. Those places usually are expensive, but it was the only place that had a mapping compass like that with all the stuff on it, the measurements and all the. Yeah, they're pretty neat.
Right. Well, travel also all the way back there, but that's why I feel like the phone got called. What's up, Mark?
Mark, what are you doing?
He's hiding in the prairie. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck out of here.
We're
What's
live
the
right now.
population in Punta Serenas? I think it's a big city.
It was everywhere. Okay, so it would be there. That was actually pretty good. Right at the boat. Which
That
should
is-
be about 130. I mean, give or take, like it's been a little bit off. Like let's say 118.
Oh crap! I'm looking
That's
it
really
up
just
on
eyeballing
YouTube.
it, but I'm
That's
pretty
not
sure
gonna
it's
work.
very spot on. It's a lot better. The new compass is a lot better.
145,713 people in 2024.
$1,300. Almost.
All right.
Made it there. That's the casino over there. I saw you got the sign.
What's up, Mark? Say hi. Like,
Antarctica
All right.
expedition.
Boston's gonna go get my glove. I heard.
They all look
are your
excited.
hands really that cold?
They do. They sound
They're
excited.
freezing.
Yeah.
Tell you, my legs are completely perfect. Not this again. all last night. My legs are so comfortable. Put on my shoes. Everyone,
Who wants to put on my shoe? Everyone who's at home right now, put on the shoe. Tell me if it's the best shoe yet.
And it would have been really nice to capture it, but
That is my compass right there. Exact same compass.
Yeah. I mean, as everyone can see, there really are like so many like there's just no end. Like the light, but no sun.
They need to get out that thermal.
I mean, the last 2 nights that we've been streaming have been, closer to midnight, so you can
Did
see
they
the
take
light,
a
but
piece of sunstone
we want to
with
see
them?
the actual sun. You know.
No, I don't think so.
So,
Well, then what the
It's interesting
fuck?
that you don't really get sunset colors over there,
Mhm.
but across the sky, you get kind of the pink.
yeah.
Really.
So we kind of do get like a little bit of that iridescent. I don't know if you guys can tell. Right back here, we got that pretty like purple-ish kind of color. And even over here towards the southeast sky, we also have some colors. Right here, got some thicker clouds too. We have it kind of like spread out.
I asked him in chat, but I doubt he'll see it.
You guys still off on the website?
And the moon is still too low for us to see. So,
It's
Antarctica
so
expedition.
tonight I actually have Kelsey. And she's images already of the moon. I'm going to compare it, but I have to actually be able to see it to compare it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark's the only guy who's taller than me.
for,
And are you 5 inches taller than me?
I don't know how tall are you. I mean, you're taller than me right now.
No, I think Jaren's taller than 5'11". I didn't really think I was taller than Jaren. I thought we were about the same height.
Jaren's over 6.
Yeah,
And it's like,
And over here on this side, we just have absolutely like.
I would say
clouds,
Jaren was
no
about
iridescent.
6'1".
So,
He says evident the sun is going
Maybe
to stay up
6'2".
in Antarctica.
Now that I'm
Yeah, I
thinking
was
about it, I
gonna
thought he
guess
was a little
6'2".
bit
You've not
taller
seen
than
any
me, just
chemtrails.
a
You wanna
hair
hear something
taller.
crazy?
Yeah, I think he's
Actually,
6'2".
I have not seen a plane.
Would be my best
Have you
guess
seen a plane?
from reading him over
I have
multiple
not.
times.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any planes in the sky.
I don't think I've
That
seen
was
a
just
plane
using him
streaming.
against Bob as like a measurement, but yeah, he wasn't that much shorter than Bob.
No, Australia is not south of me.
That's some crazy,
Oh, well, I guess-
dangerous water out there.
On the globe. It's across the South Pole.
All right.
I think there's a lot of Clovers in the chat.
Yeah, Benny Boy's
All right.
saying
You are too
6'3".
far south for traffic. Okay. Good to know.
Whoa. Whoa. Blossom.
And the sun is right above your head. And we just saw it set there.
Yeah, what's it? We'll be right back, guys. He went and got Jaren's gloves.
Yeah,
He
we
needs to
have two
go
from
get the thermal camera.
Mavic Mini and a Mavic Pro.
All right.
Zoom or no, Mavic Pro.
Yeah,
When you
Bob
go to
was about
Antarctica, we
6'5".
leave
Bob was tall.
in the morning.
6'4", 6'5".
They can't see the sun. Yeah, it's behind that.
Yeah.
So maybe there is an escape from the same. Yeah, I think so. And the water supposedly here, we haven't really tempted it, but they say this is the best water ever because it's just melted snow. Oh, Antarctica. Well, that too. But
Or even in Chile, yeah.
I had a thought that the water is sweet.
No, I think that the water just tastes. No, not sweet.
I've seen the world
I certainly did not.
Okay. I feel like I trust the water, but I don't trust the pipes. Then I had a thought that if the water is kind of sweet, land is kind of sweet. So if they have lead pipes.
Well, who said that the water tasted sweet though?
Oh, no. I don't think you.
So I could answer those questions if you want me to give you the ALE answer. ALE says you can't fly across the South Pole because all
right, Witsit is on his way back.
Landing. Mark, a CIA agent. Just ask Candace Owens on that. What do you think?
You have to ask Candace Owens on.
What's your actor?
Oh, that's good.
Is Mark a CIA agent? Is Mark drinking ocean water?
She asked if Mark was drinking ocean water.
Carry on. Okay. So we all barely made it.
Yes.
They're like, by the way, because there's nobody else on the plane,
Oh, cutting out a little bit. So yeah, taking off tomorrow.
Free to stop that box. No, it's not live stream. It's free your hands off. I told you.
Would you like your live stream back, sir?
And other people have live streamed from
Take it.
the
All
South
right,
Pole.
guys, you get Mark for a second.
There's been concerts down there, and DJs have live streamed, and they, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So it is definitely possible. Now, whether or not they're going to get connection, that's another story.
I don't know if it's the app they're using for this double thing they're trying to do, or if he just has a crap phone. But yeah, they're definitely having some trouble already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the phones is frozen. The other one's probably muted. It's so cool. Godspeed, gentlemen.
You just gotta say something.
Yeah, they got to be excited. Yeah, this is getting... almost. See, yeah, unmute that one, Jaron. Pick it up. Turn on the volume. Watch the chat. On the thumbnail, it shows Jaron burning one down for the live stream thumbnail.
It's so freaking cold, bro.
It's so freaking cold.
Just the wind.
Yeah, the wind. Yeah, if
No
it's
sound.
blowing that
Wait,
much.
did you mute?
Music
Did
kids,
it
you
mute me?
gave her the
Oh.
phone right next to you.
Wow. Okay, now tell me if you can hear me talking, because I guess when Jaron muted, it muted me as well. Can you tell me? Can you hear? If you
Okay,
can
they're
hear
figuring
me
it out
talking,
Yeah, you
me
can.
talking, 5 by 5.
I can hear you. 5 by. I can hear you just fine. And you can hear me or no? I should be back.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sound is back. All right, cool. We'll walk away from Witsit so we don't have to hear him. Well, I guess he's still have to hear him. Oh, God, it's freezing. Yeah, 5 by 5 by. Does the sun rise? Ah, shit. I can't read that fast. Yeah, I do see that spot. You guys can practice your... I can't read that. So you guys flying in separate plane than the Globers? No.
Hanging out
We
with
said
Neil
we have
over there,
one
Josh?
plane. It's a 757.
Hell yeah.
It's a huge plane, and there's only going to be 10 people on it. Us 9 and one bald guy who's a scumbag.
Someone needs to
His
do
name's
another documentary breaking
J.G.
down
Wentworth.
like the whole entire process of all the different demands and stipulations and contracts and negotiations. Because like one of the first
We're going to do
things I
that. We're going to do
demanded-
that documentary.
Dude, when I was talking to Jaron, I said, Duffy has to go or I'm out. Duffy has to go with us the whole time on the same plane or I'm out.
Well, it actually started with me saying that I wouldn't go by myself.
That's true.
That's how it all began. And then they're like, what about if Witsit went? I said, yeah, I'll go if Witsit went. And then Witsit said, I'm not going unless Duffy goes. And then Duffy's like, fuck, I'll go. And now here we are. And everyone has been very pleasant except for, well, we'll just say everyone's been pleasant. Just leave it
Use
at
your
that.
imagination.
We're trying to be on it. We're trying to turn a leaf right now. So
Yeah. You guys want me to spill my super sentimental, emotional rant about that?
have you checked
So
out the
do the-
stars? Last night they did Star Trails. Yeah.
If someone
Oh,
does
go
you
ahead.
wrong
Awesome.
and
Star
you
Trails.
end up, even though if you're justifiably upset, there's also righteous indignation. There's not casting pearl before swine. That's not just saying wise things to stupid, dumb people. It's also not just giving people that want to hurt you the opportunity to hurt you. That's what it actually finishes, and people always leave out the rest of the verse. Okay? But just because you're justifiably upset they did you wrong, if you allow yourself to, or them to do something to you where you harbor resentment, you're actually giving them power. Every second you think of them, every second you have an emotional reaction to them, whatever.
You
you're
missed
giving
all these
them
people
power.
texting them. Like, I'm not going to look at
Okay.
text messages in their stream.
So that's one of the things. You're giving them power, okay? But so it shouldn't just be selfish motivation as to why you do what I'm about to say, but that's a big part of it. So you need to go out and say what you did wrong. Say that someone did something crazy and they triggered you and they got you upset, and you're like, you know what? F you, I'm gonna knock you out, whatever. It's like you got to go say, look, I'm sorry, I got upset across the line. I said
walk
what I
this way a
should have
little
said. Whatever. You got to make things right on your end, even if you know that they can use that against you.
Yeah.
They can,
Fuck this one.
not like reciprocate the favor. You have to still make it right with them because it's actually just going to hurt you.
Am I the only one who can't wear earbuds?
And I'm so serious about this. That's why back in the day I went up to told my
What's
kids,
wrong
like,
with my
look, I know at
ears?
times I've been super savage with you. I'm coming super hard. So I apologize.
I know.
Okay?
I think that they're
things that I've
charged
done
now,
wrong.
too.
And you have to do that. And I'm almost done. But the reason that's important is usually to him for an example. That's why it was really difficult for me because I knew if I go and tell him that, he'd be like, right now, he'd be like, oh, see, Witsit knows the Earth's a globe, and then we're about to prove it that his grift is over. So he's trying to buddy up with me because he knows that I'm going to be proving that I was right the whole time. That he's actually a liar and a grifter. And, and now he's admitting that he's been wrong the whole time. He's been evil the whole time. He's like, is this like a dog that's a dog or whatever? I'm going to die.
I don't know. I'm not listening.
I'm going to, okay. So anyway, that's the point
trying to
here. Is
find
that you
the
got to just like do what's right.
Skinwalker.
I'm taking these out.
Done.
I'm listening.
I thought he had you in his sights, bro.
The dog.
I don't see it. Where's your app?
No, it's a dog. Yeah, they say there's so many different like wild dogs. You got to be careful petting them.
Take a wild guess. Fuck.
It should be there, though.
It should be there, right? But I don't know if it's like maybe the buildings.
Right behind the building.
Shout out to Luke. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Boom. Keep your side of the street clean and love your neighbor. That's how we help ourselves and help them recover as well. Preach. Thank you for the super chat. I'm monitoring Jaren's super chats for him.
Yep. Right.
But dude, you're totally right, bro.
So,
By the way, I saw people trying to like send support on Cash App all throughout the day. A couple people tried to send like generous support through Cash App and they got all rejected, which really sucks. But yeah, I don't know. I have no update for that other than I tried my best to fix it. I verified my identity and did all that weird stuff. It's still not working.
Try and check these text messages. Maybe they're saying something important. Let me check. But don't
Zell, Witsit at protonmail.com. WITSIT at protonmail.com. That's the best way. We did get a bunch of stuff today. We got military gray compass that has a bunch of different little features on it. We got another magnetic compass. I got a gimbal for the phone. We got the microphones.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I think they'll do all right, Lucas. I think they're going to be all right. They definitely got the gear for it.
At high noon. No, the sun is north of us.
They got sextants and they got all kinds of cameras. They got infrared cameras and
people out. I hate to tell you, my friends, I'm not doing any moderation.
solar
You guys know
filters.
that there's moderators in people's chat? I'm guessing you don't, because I always get people messaging me like, you blocked me on your chat, dude. I'm like,
Yes.
I don't even look at the chat when I'm doing a stream.
How to make sure we have liability protection for you.
What's going on over here?
Yeah, I think they're going to do all right.
On the phone, it looks super bright over there.
So not the final experiment, the first
It's interesting because it has like a lux reader capability in the phone, basically. So it's picking up the different wavelengths. So what's it?
They said it's noon right now in Australia. The sun's right above their heads.
Yeah.
South.
Uh-huh.
South. That's weird. That's weird, bro. Look at that cloud, though. How creepy does that look? Like ominous.
He's just walking with him.
Yeah, I hope they can go live from down there.
It's so funny. He's walking like he's my dog or something. Yeah.
Then we got some.
Oh, wait. Here we go. Okay.
How long the moon is? I don't see it. We thought we'd be able to show you the moon. Thank you for the super chat.
We're just
Who's got that?
chilling
Paint
best
them in
friends.
Context. Thank you very much.
He's like coming
So
out.
the sun rises southeast, is north of you at high noon, and sets southwest. Correct.
It's funny.
Is that a hallway window or is that a room?
That's so funny, bro. I've been telling everyone, by the way, I was like, Tierra Plana. Estamos aquí porque observamos el sol para
Let's just say, I can't even say where my weed is. Sorry.
24 horas o
My
no,
weed's gone.
no sé, porque la Tierra plana.
You're welcome, Lockheed server.
Oh,
It's like racist when he speaks Spanish.
yeah, I know. That's why I don't.
No, but you're doing it right now.
La Tierra plana.
Yeah.
Let's watch this guy. Let's just watch this guy do street activism right now. Fucking speaking English.
Donde está curvature?
Donde está curvature?
No, they fucking don't.
Oh,
I've been able to go
love
into
it.
one store and then do anything but look at me like I'm fucking. And
That's not true. There's some people that speak some English.
in any of the stores I've been into.
La Tierra plana.
Hola.
Investiga la Tierra plana.
What?
Agua es
Tienen buena
plana.
nota. What's up?
Agua es plana. La Tierra plana.
I want to see him get jumped, or I could just film it from up here.
Bro, now you can firsthand document how I got hands.
As you're beating up Mexican ladies, great. Looking forward to this. Oh,
Mexican ladies. You're in Chile, dude. Chilean.
They're going to have to some over-border subpoenas, bro.
How can it be high noon in Australia and sunny there? Yeah, thanks, Robert John Thomas. We're asking the same question. We'll find out.
Because
Oh, Austin's got
we already have a physical demonstration that can explain a lot of this observation. I hate to break it to you guys, but we're just going to go see what it actually is, and then we're going to use a lux reader, and we're going to use a thermal distribution gun, and we're going to use solar filter so we can see the sunspots. We're going to use every different variation of compass that we have.
Yeah, the sunspots should barely rotate from where they're
Why
going
would
to
you
be.
be upset about that unless you're super weird?
Like very little
Is weed legal here?
rotation
No, I
at
don't
all. It should just
I
go
think it's,
by
like
and
most places, with
like
the doctor's note.
maybe 10 degrees. Not even, I don't think, of rotation. If it's a globe.
Weed is not legal in Chile.
Oh,
Wow, thank you.
Medicinal, you say, thank you.
Hey, dude, they're trying to help. Can you tell them what the 911 for Chile is?
What's the 911?
It's 666 because you're the devil. No, I mean every
Is that
country
true?
has its own like version of 911. You know, actually, everyone else has 111 or 999 because it just makes common sense.
Easier,
For some
yeah.
reason, Europe and America just decided, no, we're going to actually use the numbers that are way further apart from each other, so that in an emergency, you have to type in the coincidental date that they did a huge false flag. There we go.
So just find out whatever the false flag was for here, and then we'll know.
You know, dude, and when they did it, by the way, guess who did it first? AT&T, and guess who AT&T was a monopoly company of? Rockefeller. And guess who actually started helping build the World Trade Centers? Rockefeller. And guess who was on the front of the magazine who actually had 9/11 on his watch at the very celebratory cover for the World Trade Centers? Rockefeller.
And the hallways?
Well, that's what I was trying to figure
And
out.
guess how many years it was from when they broke ground and then they built the tower, or then the tower was attacked? 33
On
years.
September 11th, 1973, a military coup in Chile overthrew the democratically elected government of Salvador
Guess how old
Allende.
Yeshua was whenever he died? 33. And guess what? Yeah.
A
And
violent coup.
guess what day of the year they say that Yeshua died in reality based on astrological or astronomical data? September 11th.
And he was born on April Fool's Day, right?
Never forget. Never forget Israel loves us. What'd you say?
He was born on April Fool's Day.
Oh, I don't
That's
know
why
when he
they
was
call it
born.
April Fool's.
Oh, man. No, they
I'm
come to
gonna
April Fool's
drop
because
that in the chat.
Because when they switched over to the
toxic.
Gregorian calendar and then they stopped
See.
saying that when all the light starts growing and clearly it's the new year, they said that actually the new year happens in the middle of this time when everything is dying.
On the screen.
And they called all the people that kept holding the old New Year fools, so they called them April Fools.
Right.
Ruhif, I see in the chat. I
It is
need your,
pretty goofy.
your expertise. So when we stand here looking in this direction, we see that island
we
over
go.
there. I'll
Put it in
draw
chat.
this island here.
Oh,
there.
okay.
I did my part.
This is the land that comes
yeah.
around here, and then
You're
right
good.
about there. And then there's some island out here. It's about, 35 miles away or something. What is the highest peak on there? We haven't been
Dude,
able
is
to
this
see.
too voluntarily involving Ruhif right now when I'm about to go to Antarctica tomorrow? What is wrong with
He's
this
gonna
dude?
join us.
Maybe he is
found
an
out
agent,
that-
bro.
He found out that there's only 10 people going. He's going to jump on the plane.
Maybe you are an agent.
Oh, no, I am.
I had your back until you brought Ruhif in. No. Hey,
Ruhif's
you know what's
actually
crazy
here.
though?
He's in town. He's going to give me
All right.
some more data I need. You got it.
Well, he's in Australia, right?
He is.
Okay. Look, I got a question for you ballers. Can you help me out here? Okay. You see the water?
935 in chat.
Everyone see the water? Okay. As I go up, do you see what happens to the horizon? It rises with me. Okay, we ate dinner up on like a mountain. Kind of. It's like a hill. And as we were sitting up looking out, guess what? The water looked like it was super high. Okay, it was way up in the sky. Now, riddle me this. Ursa ball is curving down and away from me, from my feet in all directions. As I go higher, it's going further down and away from me. So the distance between us should just be increasing, only increasing. Because I'm getting higher, it's going further down away from me. So why would it actually come up with me if you claim it's going down and away from me? If we took a drone up right now, the horizon is going to rise with the drone. Doesn't matter how high you go. If you get in a plane, the horizon rises with you.
Said it will
claim it's
go
going down.
lower. It'll always go lower. No
But it
matter how high you
doesn't.
get,
It
lower.
literally doesn't.
Ruhif
It goes
said.
higher.
Ruhif said.
Short answer is horizon doesn't rise. This is what I'm saying. Think about that. They are
Ruhif, I'm not
so
running.
dumb. Dude, Jared, listen, the Glovers are literally... So you remember when McToon, at dinner tonight, McToon said, time out, this is so funny. Okay, dude,
Ruhif, this is
when I
at our
brought this
dinner.
up, I brought this up at dinner.
Here, we'll play it again.
Hold on, we're going to watch from our dinner so you can see we're way up high.
This is so
Look at the
funny, bro.
horizon. Horizon is right even with our eye level all the way up. We're probably how high there?
Look at that.
A couple hundred feet?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That was Sally.
Even though, again,
And by the
we're
way,
talking
every
about a horizon that is not an actual place or position. But anyway. besides
Yo, check this. Everyone at dinner, when I said, yo, guys, look at the water, look how high it looks. Everyone was like, whoa, that's crazy. It was like noticeably looked like it was really high in the sky with us, okay? And guess what? When I pointed out, yeah, well, that's obviously because of perspective, okay? And then there was a couple chuckles, and I said, I mean, like, if the Earth's a ball and it's curving down and away from me in all directions, but we're going higher, and then the horizon's coming up with us, it has to be because of perspective, because perspective makes the ground ramp up. Which, why would it not? It makes railroad tracks converge, flip it on their side. It makes the clouds look like they're going down. It's just what perspective does. Okay, it's what it does to street lights. It does to everything in the world. Okay? I said, if it's a globe, you'd have to say, well, yeah, it's actually going down and away from you. But perspective is making it look like it's coming up. And McToon said, yeah, every glober says that. That's what McToon said. He said, he acted like I was lying and said, no one says that it doesn't rise when you increase. Guess what? We got the globers right here saying, long story short, the horizon doesn't rise. That's what you guys think. Why have you ever been in a plane, bro? In a plane, bro, the horizon rises with you objectively, factually. What are you going to do right now? You're going to move the goalpost and you're going to say, oh, but it doesn't rise all the way to eye level.
It's point
okay, well,
3 degrees lower.
Admit that it rises. Then we'll talk about how, yeah, of course, because it's the ground that's appearing to ramp up in conversion. Then we're above the ground. Believe it or not, on a flat Earth, when you go up above the ground, you're still going above the ground. Okay, rant over. I just think it's funny that you guys it's just kind of embarrassing. I was trying to tell them guys earlier, dude. Let's say hypothetically the Earth was a globe. The glober's inability to acknowledge basic things and the fact that they hide and lie about so many things is why there would be flat earthers. And probably the demonstrable lack of physical measurement.
Can I say something real quick? I want to give a shout out to Ethan Gonzalez. Because Ethan Gonzalez is one of the chillest guys ever. There you go. You got a $25 super chat to say that.
I just want to know this. I'm trying to level with you guys. Why do you feel the need to lie about that? Just be like, yeah. Well, on a globe, perspective exists too. And yes, perspective makes the ground look like it's ramping up, makes the sky look like it's ramping down, right? That's what perspective does. But you believe the Earth is curving down away from us. Perspective kind of lifts it up some, and so it's somewhere in the middle. That is objectively, you're still man.
I do have to say that every glober in this chat right now is saying like, oh, tomorrow, humiliation. Oh, it's going to be in your face. Like, you guys have no fucking life and no fucking dick. Let me just say that that's the joy in your life. Is like, oh, somebody was wrong and I get to point it out because I believe the mainstream. Look how cool I am. I believe what the teachers taught me. Look how cool I am. You're not cool at all. Like zero.
Dude, I will readily admit I was wrong. I thought that there wasn't going to be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. So if we see it, I'm like, yo, turns out that there is one.
Clown on you.
And to be fair, I never said I knew definitively. My whole point the whole time was like, we can't go there to freely and privately explore. I don't know what it does. And I think it's weird. I've known some people that worked for NASA that were down there said they didn't see it, right? All the footage seems to be faked or questionable and the webcam's cut out for 8 hours. So like, we don't have sufficient evidence to know. I don't just believe it. Looks like maybe it doesn't do that.
It's just so gross. It's like, I can't imagine being that kind of a dirtball. I just can't. What is that moving so quickly across the water? Thing's jamming.
I thought we were talking to you.
All right, everybody in chat. You guys still think that they're going tomorrow? And even here in the call, do you think that they're going to fly to Antarctica tomorrow?
Yes.
But when we were up at the...
It would seem so.
I still got this weird feeling. Such a good feeling. Know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. Having inside. And when you wake up, ready to say... We need Mr. Rogers back. Dude, there's a t-shirt. If you know, you know. But the children of this country need a Mr. Rogers. Never really gone back to examine those to see, because you know it had to have it. Come on. The esoteric. I mean, there was a Wonderland place where he went and talked to fucking puppets.
Yeah, and I had a lot of therapy, meow meow, about those puppets, meow meow, about those fucking mouthless, not moving mouth things that haunted my nightmares, meow meow.
Or how about the fucking creepy fish-lipped guy that would come in and just barge in? What a creepy ass name. Hi, I'm Mr. McFeely.
Rogers. He did always teach good manners, though, and just, the stuff that seems that a lot of parents aren't teaching children today. Like pleases and thank yous, and in public, you act differently than you do at home. That's just how it goes. At home, yes, you can be wild animals. We were growing up as children, of course. I feel sad for a child that doesn't get to act like a wild animal, when they're at home. But out in public, we learned real quick. You don't fuck around out in public, or you're going to find out. And it's not so much you're going to get beat to where it hurts and this and that, but you're going to get publicly shamed in front of all those people. That's what it was all about. It's not about, striking the child to hurt them, to inflict fear. It's, look at all these people around here, and I'm getting my butt spanked because I'm being bad. And it's a good thing. Children need to learn that I don't like that feeling. I don't like it when other people see me getting punished for being bad. Yeah, too many of these parents are trying to be friends with their 4-year-old and reason with their 4-year-old. You don't reason with the 4-year-old. They have no reason. They're 4. Their biggest thought of the future or the past is what happened 5 minutes ago, and when am I going to get my next cookie, juice box, or whatever, they're really into at the time. Whether it be their dinosaur, their whoopee still, or whatnot. That's what they're thinking about. That's their world. You don't reason with them. You don't sit there and explain, I got to get up and go, well, we have to leave now, honey, because mommy's got to get up in the morning and go to... No, you don't know. Tell them, time to go. We're leaving. You're the child. I'm the parent. Time to go. Not their friend.
I was always willing to talk to my kids about it, but after the fact.
Yeah, after the fact is fine. On the way home, you explain it to them.
Yep.
But out in public, you don't sit there and, but honey, while they're sitting there laying on their belly, throwing a tantrum, kicking their feet and flailing their arms, and you're laying on your belly. Oh, well, I'll give you your safe space for right now. And, well, is it okay if I comfort you? Can I rub your back right now? Would that help? No. You pick them up off the floor, smack them on the butt, and say, let's go. We're leaving right now. This is unacceptable. That's what I got if I acted like that. I might have done that once in public, and I learned real quick. I can't even remember a time that I acted a fool in public. Because I saw what happened to other kids that acted a fool in public. I don't know, maybe I'm just a grumpy old man.
No, I'm right there with you. I've watched it happen with too many of my friends where they've buddied their kids and they turned into little sociopaths. Literally.
Mm-hmm. And we see so much of that out there in these, they're supposed to be adults. And they're still laying on the ground throwing temper tantrums. Grown adults just start screaming at the checkout line because someone told them, you have to wait in line like everybody else. You can't just walk up here and cut in front of everybody. But since they're having a bad day and the world revolves around them, apparently, they just have a meltdown right there and everything's supposed to be okay and hunky-dory and everybody's supposed to just go about what they're doing. It's insanity. Okay, let's see what's going on.
Nature of the realm and figure out a big piece that we didn't previously have. And if we now know there is a 24-hour sun, now we have to factor that in to our understanding. And just a positive all around, you know. And I'm going to do a stream later tonight, and I'll maybe fully break some of it down. I'll do it half public, half for Kofi. But all right, rant over. Just don't take the bait. Like these people. I mean, obviously they've been saying that flat Earth, and then I'll stop. They said flat Earth was dead for so long, bro. They've been telling me that for so many years. And the reality is, it's bigger than ever. I get contacted by military personnel, military contractors that own businesses, that create technology, that literally prove the Earth is flat and stationary. I get contacted by athletes and actors and musicians and physicists, astrophysicists, literal astrophysicists from Harvard, PhDs in astronomy, you name it, that say that the Earth is flat, bro, that they say we were lied to about cosmology, okay? That has happened more in the last 2 years, and specifically the last 6 months, than ever before, okay? The creator's doing something, and you should just be super excited because we're going against a side that lies, slanders, enjoys humiliating people, enjoys attacking people, will never concede, like plays defense attorney for the super evil beast system that lies about everything. Same kind of people that would defend putting fluoride in children's water to make formula that like kills them, that inject. Instead of just going, my point is the creator is always going to support the side of the people that speak truth unequivocally and that get attacked for it. Okay, so the creator is obviously doing something. He's doing something right now. So if you truly know there's a creator, you should be like, this is so cool. We get to experience history in a moment of time that no one in the history of Earth that we know about has been able to really go and truly try to verify it the way that we're doing and making the measurements and readings that we're making. It doesn't exist ever. If you had told a flat earther in the 1800s that they could go fly out, make all these cool, super cool measurements of what goes on in Antarctica in terms of the sun, they would have been ecstatic. Okay, we're about to go further towards the extremities of the Earth than any flat earther has ever gone. That's incredible, objectively incredible. Last thing I'm going to say, it's like we're throwing a party, okay? And it's super cool. It's high. It's good vibes. Everyone's just having fun, okay? We're just uplifting each other, having a great time. It's a blast. They're just trying to come into the party uninvited and like kick over the jukebox and be like, no, this song sucks. What are you guys doing? Right? That's all they're doing. So just like, buddy, you weren't invited to the party. It's okay if you stay. I need you to just please stop sucking. Okay? That's it. Just ignore them. Act like they're not even at the party because they really weren't invited.
So I saw Greater Sapien in the chat. Greater Sapien said, are you going to put things behind a paywall? I said that I'm taking a chest cam and I'm going to turn that on as soon as we get on the plane, and pretty much going to have it at least 15 minutes every hour, probably most of the flight. And when I get home on the 21st, I'm going to post that link, and anybody who paid for the camera, it gets that footage first. So yes, it is behind a paywall. You can join for $15 and you get it on the 21st. Just go to WHOP.com/journalism. Now, everything else, I'm going to be doing a time lapse. We'll see how long that lasts. But as far as I've got the equipment to do a 5-day time lapse. If the sun's in the sky for 5 days doing circles, you're going to get to see all 5 days of it doing that. If it sets, then you're going to get to see it do that. And then my tracking mount ain't going to work anymore because it follows the sun. And I saw somebody else say there's no drones. The drones are packed on the plane. They will be launched from Antarctica. I did not bring a drone because, like I said, if we had a 50-pound limit, I couldn't get it within that. Now we find out that we can take as many bags as we want. Guess what? It's too late. I can't ship the drone from my house here. So too bad on that one. I saw somebody else say something about the implications. Don't you know they're going to fake whatever? They're going to stop you from seeing proof of the flat Earth. Here's the thing. The reason I went on this trip, the reason that I thought that the trip was a good idea is because we'll be able to see anything that they try and do. That's the great thing. The only thing that will scatter people's minds or whatever is if everything works perfectly as the globe calls for, which would take a lot in my mind. I think that we might see something. Joe Hamby came up with some great ideas, but all those ideas that Joe Hamby has, we would see the effects of that, meaning that, and we even talked to Dave McKeegan today. Dave, if we see inverted or flipped sunspots, doesn't that invalidate the globe model? Of course it does. We shouldn't even see a cartwheeling of the sun. It should basically do like a little wobble as it goes from 10 degrees to 30 degrees, back to 10, back to 30, back to 10. So if there's any kind of reflection sun, we're gonna see
Nice.
it.
They've
There's a
looked into
second
this
sun
and done
coming
their
from another
research.
pond,
See,
we're
these
gonna see
guys,
it.
they're ready.
All those things are the reason we're fucking going.
I would hope.
Keep saying they're going to fake something to make it so you can't see the proof of the flat Earth. Then we want to see that. Go ahead and try and fake the fucking sun. Oh, sorry. I owe Austin so many push-ups. It's ridiculous. Go ahead and try and fake the sun. We would love to see you try. We've got equipment that'll see it. We've got Dave Weiss's super-sized magnifying glass for picking up pennies. That's what he usually uses it for, but he gave it to me so I could try and make fire out of the sun. So we'll be able to take the magnifying glass when it's in the north, light a piece of paper on fire, and then we'll be able to do it when it's in the south. See if we can still light the piece of paper on fire. Is it the same sun? Is it the same intensity? We've got the thermal imaging camera. We've got the infrared camera, which will be able to see right through clouds, see sunspots. We've got solar filters on both the P900, P1000, and the, what does Elizabeth have? Sony something? Sony camera. So we have every bit of equipment that we need.
There's a really nice Sony camera with like
all the equipment needed to show
a 65 zoom or a 64 zoom.
And we'll find out in a
That's
couple
all
days.
4K, and
I think we'll know a lot when we start heading
like,
south if the sun follows
it
us.
takes better images from a distance,
And then
because the aperture is so
Don't
big.
listen to my opinion. Don't listen to Witt's opinion. You
P
need to make up your own mind.
from
And
like the
there's other
610,
ways that we can
900,
show
1000.
that it matches.
It has a
all that we may have
huge
pushed in the past,
imaging
then we're going to show that.
sensor card.
And we'll need
That's how it can do it.
if that's what we see. So
It's not
don't
so
get
much.
discouraged.
I mean, the lens is big,
I just think people are getting
but the aperture doesn't have to open up all that much.
For the what?
For the P900 and the P1000.
Solar
and all
filter?
those.
Wow. Dude,
Because
dozens
of the
people that are flat earthers have been using solar
sensor,
filters. Liz already
image
had
sensor.
one, didn't have to buy one. Melodome has been doing it nonstop, observing the sun with solar filters nonstop. So solar filters videos where you time lapse the sun and they claim it proves it doesn't change angular size, like from Woofy. Wait, what's Woofy? Whatever, what's his name?
Woofy 6020.
Okay, like for example, that video, whenever you actually dissect it and count the pixels, it shows the sun does change angular size.
Well,
Second
yeah.
question I saw.
Royal
when I
Observatory
went on my
says it
rant
does
here and they
1 to
said,
2 degrees
well, then
every
why
day
did you
per percent
care and
every
get
day.
mad about McToon wearing a camera on his chest, a chest cam, body cam?
Because as I said a million times, let's say we go there tomorrow and the sun freaking sets. The last thing on my mind is going to be sticking a camera in Toon's face to get Toon's reaction because I don't give a shit about McToon. I don't care what he thinks. I don't care what McKeegan thinks about it. Those guys will have enough shame on their own that I don't need to be a part. It's not part of this. It's not part of science. It's not part of observations, humiliation, or what I think is a good thing and what I gave Duffy respect for is Duffy's like, you think this, I think this, let's go see. And that's a stand-up thing to do. It's a stand-up thing to do that we go down there, we see, and if Duffy's right, I'll say, Duffy, my bad, dude. You were right. Thanks for the trip. It was the trip of a lifetime. Now I know I'll go back and tell everybody what I saw. And if it sets, I'll say, Duffy, I told you. Thanks for the trip. It was a great time, and now the world's going to change because we were right, and for 9 years you guys tried to block us. And that's it. And it should be that simple. We move forward. Not all you little pansy guys in there that are like, oh, look at you guys were wrong. It's like you must have no life. The only thing I can even imagine, if you have nothing else in your life that's any good, then that's the best thing you could do is just make fun of somebody you've never met, and you would never make fun of that person in person anyway. Not one of you guys ever come up to me in person and said a goddamn thing, for the record. But want to point that out.
And just like always, by the way, including this trip, these people that talk so hard, so reckless on the internet, totally different energy in person, bro. Okay, and I'm not saying that like I don't want like beef with you people. I'm just saying it's just funny. Okay, it's like that's why I just ignore you guys because when I see you in person, you're like totally different, timid, nice, whatever. Okay, but I will say, dude,
easy to act tough through a microphone, isn't it?
I wasn't interested in this trip at all. I was going to be filmed, put in a documentary without final edits, okay? Because I've been on national news television. I give an hour-long freaking interview, and they showed 10 seconds of it because they couldn't clip it up, okay? I promised the community I wouldn't let us be misrepresented. We're not asking to have the Globers misrepresented. We're asking for both sides to be truly and fairly represented, okay? But what happens? The person that has obsessively slandered me for years waits till right before we're about to sign the contract to say if they're going to go. And I knew you guys would have all been like, ha, 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 see, what's it, just need an excuse. We knew he wasn't going to actually go, blah, blah, blah. Darren said, I'm interested in going. I think it would be crazy to go. opportunity of a lifetime. I'm only going to go if Austin goes as well. And that way I'll feel safer and more comfortable doing it. I think it's better that we both go. I said I only go if Duffy goes because I'm not going to get on the plane with Jerry and while they fly us out there and then something happens. Duffy agrees to go. Okay? Now, McToon's allegedly, he's here. He's going. Okay? And then he signed a contract that said he's not allowed to film us. McToon signed a contract that said that with ALE, who says that they're not allowed to tape the guests at all. You're not allowed to make video of the guests without their express written consent. And the only exception is like wide angle lenses or 360 cams or whatever, unless they object to that. So ALE's guidelines, because people come here and they just want an experience. They don't want to be in your film. They don't want to be misrepresented. They don't know what you believe, what you're going to say, what you're going to make a film about. They want to be anonymous. What if a multi-millionaire just wants to come and see Antarctica and go skiing? They don't want their anonymity to be blown by some weirdo filming them. So that's in ALE guidelines. McToon didn't read it. McToon didn't know what he was signing. If he did, then he was planning on breaking it and lying, being deceptive anyway. So all we did was say, hey, buddy, look, you signed a contract that says that you can't. You don't seem to know that, or you're misleading your audience. Okay? Either way, you're not allowed to do what you claim you're doing. You're not allowed to film us. Everywhere we go, he's walking around with a little 360 camera down here, like secretly recording, like holding it down here. Okay? We go eat dinner, camera rolling the whole time. Everything that we do. And he's not allowed to do that. Okay? So we had to say, look, man, we don't want to humiliate you. We don't want to film you the whole time. At the sunset, I'm not going to throw a camera in your face. We're just here to see the truth. You guys are obsessed with our presence, our opinion, what we think, what we have said, what our community thinks. We don't care on the other side. Okay? So we all just go.
Like, you guys are talking about us. That McToon is going live like every fucking 3 hours, it seems like. And we haven't watched 1 second. See the difference? I guarantee you he's watching us right now. He's up in his room obsessing over this live stream. And we don't pay attention to them at all. You see the difference? The big difference there. So what we're here is to observe something and to report back what we observe. It doesn't matter who's here with us, what their face looks like, any of that. Somebody else asked, I just saw another question. Shit. I was answering somebody. I don't know what it was. Is something wrong with the USA education system? Something's wrong with every education system. They tell lies. Hello. They don't know how to teach people anything, by the way.
Well, if their students are testing lower than everywhere else in the world, I'd say there's probably something wrong with it.
What are we, like 13th in the world or something like that?
We're like out of all the major countries, we're at the very bottom of every single subject.
So again,
as we've increased federal education department funding.
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends on what you've seen. I have not seen things that make me say Duffy is being like, is he being cocky? Is he being a little bit of a dork? Is he being kind of like not what a pastor would be like? Yeah, sure. Is he being like an agent? No, I don't think that. I think that Duffy's somebody with money who funded this trip so that he gets some sort of accolades. We're going to see. We'll find out. If he did, hey, like I said, I would never be on this trip if it wasn't for him. So I have a hard time knocking him unless I find out that he's being deceptive in some way. And it just seems like, yeah, is he friends with Toon? He is. I don't know how close they are, but to me, I don't think he should be friends with Toon. It doesn't seem like that's a good match. But hey, teach their own. If they want to be friends, find out the hard way one day that probably not the best thing to do. But no reason to spew hate. That's all we're saying. We don't find it important to be here to get their reaction. So I mean, that's just not part of it. It'll be world changing
posing
if we see the sunset, and that's enough. Why would I need to be? Oh, also let me just piggyback on that. And make
big old shitty grin on his face.
I just don't see the need. Again, maybe that's because I have better things going on in my life, and the people who need to do that don't. That's the only way I can see it. It's the only thing that makes any sense to me. We're gonna get ready to go back inside, though. 1,100 people watching live. Wow, what is this? The Alex Stein show? Crazy. Wow, look at what it looks like. He looks like what is it? Keith Erickson. That's who you look like.
I gotta do Jaren's push-ups. Hey,
thank you.
If you guys,
where's FTFE? How many push-ups for a $5,000 donation in Austin's name? FTFE here right now.
That's just the craziest story I've ever heard.
Who's hating on who? What's it?
Okay. Like I said earlier, some people were trying to help support on Cash App, but Cash App obviously is rejecting them. So if you want to donate to help with some of the stuff I bought today, etc., what's it at protonmail.com?
That's true.
On
Lucky
Zelle.
Haskins, I totally agree with you. By the way, Lucky, I don't know if you know I watch your show. I do appreciate things that you say. I do agree with a lot that you say. Some stuff, not so much, but that's what I can do that other people can't do. I can agree with people. I can not agree on some subjects, but I think your head's in the right place, and I enjoy what you have to say. But yeah, definitely, McToon is deceptive, but you know, we have rules
Yeah,
here. We have
I
rules
can't
that
do
we
it because
sign
I'm
and agree
restricted
to.
with my backpack and bag.
Do what? Oh, push up. But we have
Yeah,
things
like
we
my
have
bag
to
is
abide by, and we just think
it's like
that
pulling me
it's not
back.
right that we would have to abide by certain rules signed that we agree to, but they don't have to. And we're actually being nice guys because we're not saying, we could say if we wanted to, you guys aren't allowed to film us at all. We're not allowed to appear in any of your 360 footage. We're not allowed to appear one time. We didn't say that. That we don't want to be singled out. We don't want your camera in our face. If it's an inadvertent shot, if you're doing a 360 and we have to be standing next to you, no big deal. But then the guy wants to go and say, well, then I'm going to upload all my footage to everyone in the public and they can do it. Like, what? No, that's not part of the deal. Well, you can't just make shit up new rules. No, it's we heard that dogs have brain-eating diseases.
It's Austin. I don't smoke, dude. What are you talking about?
Austin doesn't smoke. Believe me, I've tried. Gives me the no. But okay, I'm getting away from dogs that we're told have flesh eating. Let's head back. It's getting cold. We got to step early.
Yeah, I couldn't be there.
You're gonna do your live
There's no
stream?
way.
I'm gonna head back.
I'm gonna do a live stream. Yeah.
All right. Well, he's gonna start up a live stream here quickly. Last second, I'm looking at the chat now. I'm looking at the chat. If you got a question, I'm gonna answer right now. Let's see.
I would have a pack of like 50 of them
Ask now.
walking around with
Push-ups
me.
are way easier when you don't believe in gravity. Oh, he's literally in his room live right now. I'm probably watching this thing. Hey, Jaron, someone's on your Telegram trying to sell crypto. Yeah, be very careful. There's somebody in my name that's going around and telling people, like, before this trip, saying, hey, are you excited about my trip coming? So what their plan is to, at some point this trip, try and sucker you out of money by saying that I'm in trouble or something.
They're in Puntas Arenas, Chile.
Again,
Shadow
you guys
Band.
can go visit one of the large telescopes there in Chile.
Tomorrow they're going to be heading to
I doubt they'll let us do that.
Antarctic.
Not the way it works. I went to an observatory once, my wife and I. We got there and they were looking at the fucking moon. Like, can you move it to a star? Can you move it to a planet? Nope. We were looking at the moon. It's like, yeah, all right. They had this huge telescope and it looked the same as it looks through my P900. Thank you very much.
Can we read all the super chats? $100 from Archer Dog. Very generous.
Archer Dog, dude, you are awesome. Archer Dog hooked me up with some needed tinctures. Appreciate it. What did he say? After you see the sunrise and have time, if you look west, maybe you can spot what in ancient times they called Mount Olympus. Today is known as the dark sun or shadow moon, possibly Crow 777. Might have the correct direction to spot it. Nice.
No, I wish they had a hydrogen alpha filter.
It's just going to be a new plate of information in a couple days, and we can't guarantee somebody. Oh, that's what somebody asked. Somebody asked if we're going live, how can they watch it? So I'm assuming if it's Starlink the way it's supposed to work, Duffy has a Starlink base station. He's going to set that up when we get there. Supposedly we can get internet. We can all piggyback off of it, so we would be able to go live like we are right now, technically speaking. Which I don't know. Has anybody found? Has there ever been anybody to live stream from Antarctica ever? I
Yes.
think that maybe somebody said that there was an Instagram story or two, but I don't know if there's any live stream on YouTube from people live from Antarctica. Don't know. So that would be dope. But the plan would be, yeah, we would be able to go live, and you would find it on my channel or Witset's channel or Duffy's channel at the final. But yeah, that's the plan. I mean, again, I wouldn't be surprised though if we get there and Starlink doesn't work and we can't live stream at all. Wouldn't be shocking to me. I wouldn't even bat an eye. It'd be like expected.
So we'll try to get all the messages out the best we can. We have like WhatsApp. We can send in like at least the audio message, maybe record videos. We'll do whatever we can. Someone asked when we're leaving. Supposed to pick us up at 8. Supposed to fly out tentatively around 10. Subject to change based on weather. 4-hour flight. That's 2 this time zone because it'll be the same time zone there, which is 2 hours ahead. We should land in Antarctica tentatively noon Eastern time.
Yeah, and somebody else said, oh, because you see the sun, that means that the Earth is spinning. Whoever said that is not paying any attention. There's nothing about seeing the sun in the sky in Antarctica that means the Earth is spinning. So wake up. Nothing that says that you fly through
imagine
space.
going,
Nothing that says that people went to the
imagine
moon.
going there, dude. Darren, imagine going there and seeing the sun. Like, say it doesn't a 24-hour sun for real, like it does in the north. Say we go see that, and then looking up at it and be like, wow, the sun is totally not moving right now, and we're spinning.
That doesn't make much sense. So again, to me, what it would mean is it would mean that we have to work on the AE map because it's got to have something else involved. But like what Joe keeps doing is he's showing that it is possible, but in all his possibilities, it does require either a reflection sun or an inverted sun or an apparent sun, and all those things would not act as the real sun. So that's why we're going. And I think it should be celebrated by all sides that, hey, where else can you get the kind of data that we're going to bring back? Where else can you get somebody who says they're going to wear a chest cam the entire time they're there and then give you the footage? And yeah, even the people who paid, I'm still saying that footage will probably come out pretty quickly. Obviously, the people who get it could take it and put it out themselves. But
you can't even get this data from observatories that we pay for. They will not give you unedited sunspot photos.
They're the ones who purchased the GoPro. So
they're all
yeah. I'll also be wearing
turned.
a GoPro on my chest.
Yeah, Max.
Nice to meet you.
Max.
Following you for many years.
All right. Thank you.
You can.
We have Max here. Max, say hi to everybody. We're live.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
That is so cool, dude.
That's pretty friggin' awesome.
South Shackleton.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No way.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I thought you were Max at first, the Max that I was on the show. I was like, wait, you don't look like Max.
What's up, brother? Nice to meet you.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe's crushing. So, and the good thing is, we'll be able to go down and show footage that then Joe can take and he can try and match what we see. So the problem is right now, what Joe's doing is he's got a whole bunch of things in his head. It could be doing any of these numerous things. And so he's trying to do all those in his model. I told him from the beginning, I said, just wait. I get why he's trying because I also challenge people to try. But at the same time, wait to see what we see. Then when we see what we see, you can try.
That's where I'm at.
Match that. That's what the model is. Right?
I'll wait till tomorrow. I've waited this long. I'm not going to spend all night trying to figure it out.
We're going to do the thermal readings and like lux readings and the sunspot readings and then all the different versions. Then we're going to get the information. If there was a 24-hour sun, we're going to know exactly what its orientation is, how much is it wagon wheeling, what exactly is going on, what's the elevation, does it change, does it remain the same, what does it change as we move, et cetera, et cetera.
Look at that big old grin on his face.
You can also take a little plane that's in our trip. We can take a little plane if we want to, and we can go up higher and fly around and look at Antarctica. I might do that and take shots of the sun as well. With a solar filter and without it, doesn't matter. The point is, we can do all of that, okay? And say there's a 24-hour sun. Now we can come back. And he told me that he hooked me up with one of those domes. And dude, we'll just set it up and we'll get like multiple different angles and cameras inside the dome, outside the dome, all HD. We'll fully film it. We'll replicate everything specifically until we figure out what's going on in the realm.
That's
and
right.
if that ends up happening and it moves us down that path, it may be the creator saying it's time for you to get to unlock this major part of cosmology, this major part of the design of the realm that I've put there so that people can't understand it because it blows your mind. Now it's time for you guys to know it, combat some of these lies, or it's a time for people to wake up. Here, I'm going to push you down the right path to really start to understand how the realm works. Like that. I mean, how is that not so exciting to people? I don't understand it. So you should.
And let me
be
give a
super
shout out.
Excited.
Shout out to Rob Skiba's family. And does anybody know how Sheila died? We just found out like an hour ago. And I just don't know, was she sick? Anybody know anything about Rob Skiba's wife, Sheila, dying? I just want to know. I'm looking at the chat. Would be, somebody can tell me, did she have a heart attack? Anybody know?
I think, Cami, didn't you say she's been ill?
I see y'all doing the stream. Starlink won't be able to handle more than one live stream, but shout out to FEF and sweet. Trying to see if I can see. Cancer, I think.
Cancer. I didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear about that.
Well, prayers
Karen
go
B
out
said-
to their family.
Wow.
I'm sorry, prayers go out to their family.
I did not know she had cancer. Yeah, everybody's saying cancer. Shout out to her family, to her son. That's a tough one. She was diagnosed
Everyone
with
trying to
cancer
show
a
them
year ago.
support and be there.
I didn't know that.
There for
So
them, brother.
she was diagnosed with cancer after she passed, huh? Wow. That is terrible. Terrible. All right, guys, we're gonna go in. It's 11:18. We got 7. We got to be in the lobby, ready to go at 7, and then plane leaves at 10. We should be there at 2:30 local time, which would be 12:30.
Wow, they're 2 hours ahead of us.
Go
here on the
live
East
as fast as we
Coast.
can. We will. I would want to get my rig set up, get that all rolling, and then from there we'll figure it out. Definitely going to be an awesome flight. I'm just looking forward to that flight more than I've ever looked forward to anything. I can't picture a flight with 10 people on it. The entire plane's for us. We'll be able to go any seat we want, any window we want, put up any time lapse. I've got my GoPro 5 session that I'll be able to attach to the window. I've got my Osmo Pocket I'll be able to attach. We'll be able to see the ice wall as we fly over it, get some footage of that. We'll be able to watch the sun with the infrared, with the solar filters. So it's going to be a fun flight. I can't remember looking forward to anything that much. Now, once I get there and I'm freezing my balls off, well, I might feel differently. But right now, I can handle this temperature. But
they're in Chile right here.
Yeah. Maybe. All right, guys, I'm heading out.
Somewhere down here they are. So yeah, they're definitely east
I'm
of
gonna
us.
try to get everything charging.
Zack,
and then I'm going to do a stream test for everyone that goes to sign up for Kobe. I said if you help support at all when I need
Sun
it,
Meridian information
go at least sign
available
up
for
for
that
$5
city
here
again.
on
What
Kobe. That way
time
you
does
can
it
all
go
get a
over
private
Meridian?
stream. And so I'm going to do a
Because I
little
remember
private
that was part of the anomalies map, as that area was at the time.
Let me close this out.
So in natural time, when the sun is at meridian or at height over your head, that would be a natural noon. And the way that they make time frames, you would be a half hour in either direction. So in other words, the center of it would be exact, or you could be off. So it'd be 11:30 to 12:30 would be, if you were in a time zone in alignment with the sun, it would put, the sun over your head between 11:30 and 12:30, depending on if you were east or west of it, if that makes sense. Going into your next time zone. And I do believe there are areas down south in
1:37 p.m.
So it's over an
is their
hour out
solar
of time.
noon. Yeah.
Okay. So they're an hour out of 1:37. I mean, they're actually over. There would be 2 time zones in natural time. The 7 minutes would kick them into another one if you're actually looking at it that way. Do you get the visual? Can you explain that better?
I wonder if that would, if we could do it with just data of solar noon from a spot
there's a
that's
lot of different ways.
from the north and the south, the same latitude.
Mm-hmm.
Because solar noon, it doesn't just stay, at like 1:37. It's going to move back and forth. I know at least from 41 north, it was like 16 minutes past and behind. Like if I lived right on the line, that was noon at 12 o'clock,
Mm-hmm. There were some areas down there. This isn't one of them, I think, over, which is again useful. There were some places I was documenting in that area that were over 2 hours off.
Wow.
Because I was spot checking on places all over, and I was trying to coordinate and map and get a general alignment of where things were. But that would be one way of looking at things when they're in time. I thought that the way to do the map would, like what we call the Lahaina noon, where you have the natural no shadows. Like I've been in Lahaina when they do it, and other places even call it that, but different names for it. That's when the sun is directly in the tropics. The sun is directly overhead, and it happens twice a year. 2 days a year that over noon when it does it, it creates 0 shadows. Watch the shadows this year. We did all kinds of experiments. I think we even put some of them on. I don't know if we have the show for that, but Bob and I in 2017 did a Lahaina noon and all the experiments and that with it, and thinking at that point that I wanted to track the Lahaina, the exact moment on a date that, or with it that it went over and see where they are in. Again, use that information with it to pin where they are, because you would know the sun's directly overhead. so many multiple different ways to looking at it, but again, overlaying the time on it is really important.
Yeah, I got real into all that when I was studying the sun, when it passed directly overhead, and how that changed compared to the clock and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was.
Now, I know Will Duffy was on his channel, and they were all talking about getting 24-hour moon data too, and if that would work. I don't know if they have figured it out yet. But this
The moon will
weekend
be in
over
the
the phone,
north.
this weekend that they're up there, it has a phenomenon going. So it'll be interesting what they can pick up on where. It's called moon pause. This is our cold moon. The December moon, it's named the cold full moon, and this is the time in the Saros cycle. So every 19 and how many years or whatever on it, that the sun, or I'm sorry, that the moon rises and sets closest to the north. So it is its furthest most point north in the Saros cycle for over 19 years, and we won't have this again for there. So they're talking about trying to get the 24-hour sun, and we have the northernmost set and rise and set. Yeah, right. Yeah, rise and set for again the entire cycle. It would be a really, really good time in the Arctic to do the 24-hour sun. I would think if you're going to do it, this would be the best weekend to do it if you're up in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, I'd like to see a 24-hour moon video time lapse.
If we know anybody up there, this weekend's the weekend to do it. Tomorrow night.
Nope, I don't know anybody in the Arctic Circle.
Tomorrow night or
I know
the next night.
There's cities in Finland, Norway maybe, too, that are in the Arctic Circle. What is it, 66 degrees? Something like that? North? Considered the Arctic Circle? What is it? Arctic Circle, blah, 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 66, 34.34 degrees. Well, not 0.34, but 34 minutes. Yada, yada, yada. At about 66 degrees. Yeah. So what do we have? Cities.
You know, we
in the
have areas
Arctic
in
Circle.
Alaska. But again, Bob has done it.
See.
Those places aren't as wonderful to think about being outside and filming as it would be in the summer with the 24-hour sun. But
Oh yeah, there's places there's Murmansk in Russia, 295,000 plus population.
I
I'm
saw
gonna
Dave.
butcher this, but Tromsø or Sue. It's an O with a line through it. In Norway, 75,000 plus. One in Alaska, Utqiagvik, something like that. 4,500 population. U.S. city, yeah, is that Utqiagvik, Alaska, something like that. Northernmost settlement on the continent. Huh. Interesting.
Well, we wish them really, really safe travels tomorrow, and Great. Thanks for gathering all the information. I'm not worried about the results. If you all remember, I'm the girl with kaleidoscope skies, and if you remember the model I've presented, it works quite well. No matter what we find, it just tells me where the boundary is. But I expected, because we see star trails circling in that direction, and I believe the people in Australia and in Argentina and that have told me they see it rise and fall from the south, and that I expected this, that type of circling. I expected it because that's what I did. I know, again, with working on it, this is not a surprise to me, but if you overlay the magnetic fields, it starts to make sense. So I'm waiting for more
Now,
data.
if they were to go off like of Africa, it would be different, right? They went like
no,
way out
they
into
it would be hard
Antarctica
to do it
that
because
way.
it's off of the, you're going to have a hard time getting, people don't go south of Africa.
Well, no,
You'll notice there. If you're in South,
but
if
I'm
you're in Cape
saying
Town,
it
you
would
have
be
to go to
different,
Argentina.
right? Guys would be different out there, correct?
It's a different angle from Africa, the one from South America. In other words, the pole is between the two. Is what it looks like on the map. Think about the map. Look at the magnetic declination map and see where that. Again, we don't know exactly where that pole. That's the one that's off the map where you have, and where the poles have not come together, but they have to. They don't know how to do anything else but that.
Shout out to Wes Effie making blueberry cake while teaching his daughter about the Federal Reserve. Now that's parenting.
Yeah, it is.
Good to see you too, Chris. Been missing you around, man.
Was way too old before I figured out that the Federal Reserve had nothing to do with the United States government and had no oversight by the U.S. government or anything. Hasn't been audited ever since conception. Never been audited one time. And you think out of all the businesses that might be audited in this country, theirs should be done every single year. It's kind of an important one when it comes to the economy and all that kind of stuff. But no. People get shot over saying stuff like that. Audit the Fed. So yeah, I wonder where they're going with the drone thing. It's just so weird that our congressmen and all these people are talking about, our government doesn't know who they are and yada, yada, yada. And the Pentagon even came out and said, we don't know whose they are or what they are or blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Don't for one second believe that.
Some people have said that, again, within the agency, within the different things, that they may be top secret enough that the other ones don't know about it, but they know not, again, it's in a no question asked type of thing. So you're saying that they might not know. It's like a black op type of thing.
Well, yeah,
right?
it does, yeah. But they know.
But everybody seems pretty convinced it's us.
Yeah, the government knows what's going on.
They know. They're
Maybe
just not.
that
They're
person
just not
in the
telling
government
the
doesn't
spokespeople.
know. They throw that person out in front and say, well, yeah, just tell them what you know. Well, I don't know shit.
That's pretty much what's happening with the, again, compartmentalism. And
Keep them in the dark
how it's
and
designed to do.
feed them shit, right? They're little mushrooms. That's how they get them to grow. The Federal Reserve should be audited every day, says Andrew B. Yeah, probably. Stuff. Yeah, I haven't looked at any news feeds since this morning. Oh, a new wonder material that will change the world is officially declared safe for humans. Yeah, sorry. You declaring it safe for me doesn't really cut it anymore. I think for most people out there now, maybe not most people, but people are waking up. They're learning about, oh, you mean high fructose corn syrup is bad? Diet Coke gave me diabetes, type 2 diabetes? No, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one. And I'm just ranting and rambling. I don't know what it does. I know it's not good, the whole high fructose corn syrup. When I saw that, it's like, so you're not having sugar and you're having this artificial sugar. So what's the point of the diet? What? I don't get it. And then aspartame, that was the big sweetener in it, which is like, what is it, a bacteria that's fed toxic waste? That's its
E. coli, right?
Yeah, and that's its shit. It's its excrement that it leaves behind. And it's sweet. So let's just give it to people. That was a crazy conspiracy theorist. Until like 6-7 years later, a doctor told her to stop drinking aspartame. Then she found out it was bad. Then it was bad. But not when her crazy conspiracy theorist brother told her it was bad. Then it was okay. It got bad in between then, I guess. Oh, sorry.
It was reformulated, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Now it's the bad aspartame. It was the good aspartame.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to think, like up until the early 70s, we pretty much had the same diet for hundreds and thousands of years. And, meat and potatoes and this and that. And our scientists did studies and decided that this all gave you cancer, that eating like just the meat and the potatoes and things like that are what give you cancer. And they came up with little pyramid, and you have to get your grains, you have to get your other stuff. You can't eat this is bad for you. That's high cholesterol. It's high. Don't eat eggs. Don't eat butter. They demonized all natural food. And you can just tell we're just a whole lot healthier now. But you look at, again, the setup for it. They set us up all perfectly. They told us, and you don't want to eat meat. They pushed veganism. They, again, dairy, all of this stuff is bad. And even right now, again, we process the milk and that as much as we can and make it that because you don't want the fat in your milk. Well, if you let some fat in your diet, your body doesn't fight for it so much. There's a difference between, again, milk, fat and milk, and like deep frying in your saturated and you're a natural product. So it's crazy. It's by design. By design too, you talk about discipline and parents trying to like be friends instead of parents and not beating enough. I don't think it's the beating that did it. And some kids possibly need spanked and not all kids do need spanked. Some are so sensitive that like again their feelings are hurt. Without it, it's not that. But what they did is they put, again, the parents both working full time and them having to try to be their best friends because they felt then you have your guilt complex and I'm working this hard so I can provide for them while And so again, you take your money, you provide, you spoil the kids that don't have any expectations on them, and their parents are not participating with it, but buying the way out of feeling guilty for not having enough time with them. And that combination of things is, again, and they knew when they pulled the mothers out of the house, and they did that by saying that, oh, sorry, careers aren't available for you, and you can't do this, and we need this. It's unfair. It's women's lib. Look back. Pilots were women. Doctors were women. If you wanted to, you could, but there was value to raising a family. It was considered very, very important work in my day. And I was some of the last of the generations. A lot of women went to college to get their MRS because they wanted to, like, again, college was a little bit different there, but again, you wanted well-rounded people to, if you're doing things, you wanted going into parenthood and that being good, but it wasn't to have a career. It was actually to raise children and do things. It was a different world. Right now, a housewife has got zero value whatsoever. You stay at home, you don't do anything. Oh, you don't do anything, you're just a welfare case, you're worthless, you have no bearing. And so they made like the most important job throughout history, which is raising the young into a productive next generation. And there's no way that you can say it's not the most important job because it determines your future. But they took it away. And again, you see how they propagate, you see what they do with propaganda and how they get around it and make it your idea to want to do it. You need to fight for this. You need to fight so you can, work 40 to 60 hours and go home and take care of the house and take care of the children and try to do it. This is your right. Or here, just don't have children. Again, it's just ways to destroy countries, destroy families, destroy continuity and having any, through generations with family. If you lose that, you lose again your culture, your everything about it. You disconnect people. You completely disconnect them. And so I think a lot of the reasons, like again, the children in that is it's more of a disconnect than a need to beat them. They need parents. I mean, they need parents. Just a thought.
No, I agree.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And with that rant, I think I'm going to say goodnight, everybody, because it's gotten late. And this girl is sleepy.
It is getting up there.
Yeah, I guess we could knock it out of here.
What happens when you get a late start?
Yeah, well, it wasn't your fault for sure. And I was late, so I would have been late regardless. But it was cool seeing Darren and crew there.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I'm still...
They are definitely in high spirits and... Yeah. They will be there at noon Eastern time, so 11 o'clock in the morning your guys' time. I can't wait. I hope they're going to be going live. Like, I'm sure they'll have to get set up and this and that and yada, yada, yada and all that.
Right.
But yeah, I can't wait.
Good night, Liz, and great comment, Underground. Good night, everybody.
You have a great
Good night,
weekend,
lady.
Cami.
Love you. Rest well. Well, Fletch is flat smacking on his Uber route tonight. What's up, brother? Wow, Josh, you're
Yeah, I am.
Whoa.
part of your update.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you just Willy Wonka. Like
Dude,
TV.
just going into the TV. Yeah.
Breaking into a billion little pieces. get all put back together again. Oh, coming back.
Now you're a star.
I'm a superstar.
Unlocking the 4th dimension pretty soon, it looks like.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we'll skip over that one. I've heard that one how many times now? I love it. This, whoa. Like you got, that looks like a scratcher. Almost. Whoa. He's crafty. Look at that. That's wild. Weird, wild stuff. Just a fraction of the hydrogen hidden beneath Earth's surface. I have been that.
Oh yeah,
I've
that's
seen
why
that.
I said it. I've seen
Yeah.
that. That's why.
Like 3 hits.
How are you doing that, bro? Stop.
Your face is melting.
Oh, we used to go and sit underneath this one street light. We'd take acid and go sit under the street light when it was raining at night. And just sit there and look at each other, and our faces were doing all kinds of crazy because the water's running down and then the street lights shining right in. And oh, it was so weird looking. I just remember my face hurting from smiling so much. My cheeks just aching. America finds energy for millions of years. It's gushing
finally
out of the ground in this mountain. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not clicking into your article.
It's gushing out of the ground in the mountain.
In this mountain, yep.
All right.
Out from in, from out. Sure. Archaeologists think they found the tomb of Saint Nicholas.
Oh, speaking of tombs,
You can't give that story this close to Christmas, for Christ's sake. You know how many kids you're going to freak the fuck out?
Like a Halloween story.
Who's
Tell
going
kids
to
that
get
shit
my
on
presents?
Christmas.
Who's going to come down the chimney? He's dead.
like they found. You don't see the picture on the top of it.
Marge Simpson.
Fucking Mars Simpson.
Dress. The blue
Simpson
hair.
didn't do it.
Wow.
Is that the new Under the Sun? Crazy one. I didn't believe.
India makes breakthrough discovery. Solar system.
They did what?
I know.
Made a breakthrough.
Wait. Where?
A solar system with 3 suns.
That's a neat trick. Wasn't this solar system? They didn't make any discoveries in this solar system, you're saying. All the discoveries that they made were in another solar system, and it has 3 suns? That's what I'm... All right. All right, if you say so.
We're going to play plus or minus. How many light years? Away from Earth. 3-star solar.
723.
All right. 723 is our first guess, and not 723. Walter went lower, 300 and no, but it is in the middle. You guys are like, okay, so everybody out there in chat, bigger than 333, lower 183,
500.
100. No, lower than 5, higher than 3. Is 400 light years away from Earth. Gives a fuck.
I do. India got all of those scientists all that distance into that other solar system to make all these discoveries. What was the discovery that they made inside the solar system?
Change how we think about how fascinating discoveries. So led by.
Oh, you definitely try those names.
Litan Majumdar from the National Institute of Science, Education and Research, or NISER, in Odisha, studied a unique triple star system called the GGEAU Tau A, as mentioned in the latest report by India Today. As mentioned by various online sources, it is the GG Tau A is not an average. Unlike our sun, which is a single star, this one has 3 stars orbiting each other. This is a rare setup in the studying it helps scientists understand how planets form in more complicated star systems. The system is young, only 1 to 5 million years old.
So because they've solved the 3-body problem, now they can accurately age stars?
Well, yeah. Yeah, they know how long it's been swirling around together. Because, yeah, works like that. Which makes it perfect for studying the early stages of planet formation. Perfect. This is just riddled with advertisement. Like it's hard to scroll and not hit on an ad. The system features a protoplanetary disk, a swirling ring of gas and dust that surrounds the. This disk is essential for planet formation, as it contains the raw materials that will eventually coalesce moons and other celestial bodies. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's particularly intriguing because it is influenced by the gravitational forces of all 3 stars, creating unique conditions for planetary formation. Studying this disk helps scientists understand how planets can form in multi-star environments, offering insight into the diversity of planetary systems. Oh my goodness. Okay, where's the discovery? How the gas and dust, blah, 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 blah. Okay, as mentioned, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
And did the whole team travel 489 light years to get to this 3-sun solar system?
No, it looks like they used a powerful radio telescope in Chile. They focused on the coldest parts of the disk because they know the temperature of this fucking solar system that's 489, that has 3 suns. Because we just know what's going on in a solar system with 3 suns, right? where the temperature drops around 12 to 16 degrees Kelvin.
Well, clearly the data read 001100101011001101. Obviously.
Which is colder. It says older, but I'm sure it meant to say colder than the freezing point of carbon monoxide. I don't think how old carbon monoxide has anything to do with its freezing point.
Maybe not in this solar system, Zach.
Okay, come on. Why cold temperature? Okay. What happens in a multi-star? What did they discover? Talking about discovery.
Periodic table.
There's a multi-star system, pathway, planetary evolution, a galaxy for 45 minutes. Didn't understand one word that he said.
When you live in a place the size of India and you've got 1 billion people to read your article, it's best just to flood the whole thing with advertisements.
Mm-hmm. This discovery not only... What discovery? You haven't told me what discovery it was.
But that doesn't make it any less amazing, Zach.
They discovered that it's a 3-star... Is that the discovery? The 3-star system? System like this, traveling in France, system miles of plan format, plan future research in order to plan even more term environment, blah. G's O.P. Let's see what kind of people are reading IndiaTimes.com. Wrong to call this system the solar system. There's only one solar system, one with 8 planets going around. Any other star or stars with another set of planets going around it has to be named differently. Okay. They were very
He told them.
Yeah.
Oh, who you Indians think you are, calling everything a solar system.
Oh my. I gather that it might take several billion additional years of studying these systems to know if life can planets.
Yeah, at the rate you gather your information and do your studies, it's going to take another several billion years.
Will each star form its own debris disk, plus a disk encircling all 3 stars? Are all stars all common polarity? Spin? How'd you actually get an answer back to me? What? I love it when people see somebody make a comment and then put a comment below it and expect that they're going to read it and comment back. Making hydrogen fuel from light? Sure.
Uh-huh.
A lot of stuff going on with hydrogen.
You just break down a photon to its component part. One of which is obviously hydrogen.
Back whale swims up to photographer for a close-up picture of its eye. I'm saying bullshit because you don't see the reflection of the photographer in its eye. But that's not a picture.
Yeah, bitch.
Are you telling me that this is... No. Okay, that's a picture of a humpback whale and a diver, like, close together, but No, that was not a picture of the humpback whale's eye.
Can we see?
Yeah.
It's on my phone.
Oh, okay.
That's yeah. I don't get the articles on my. So there's no reflection at all in this humpback whale's eye. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. Yeah, I don't get this on my computer, where they just all pop up a bunch of articles and I can search stuff on my computer, but it just doesn't go to like a news thing. I don't know if I turned that off or what. Here, I'll share the article with you. Drop it into chat as well. Hank had something to say about that.
Heard that.
There better not be that humpback whale at the door. I'll get him, Dad. Well, there's somebody that's got to be across the street. I don't want to have to pull out my gun. Yeah, right across the street. Oh, big shot. Special K in chat. What's going on, brother? Nemo, hope you're having a good night, man.
Shout out to the amazing K. Passed away recently. The amazing Kreskin. Walter, I'm sure you were disappointed to hear that. The American mentalist.
Yeah.
One of the great spoon benders extraordinaire.
Did what's his name have him on? That guy who used to always try to bust everybody? What was his name?
Sorry, I'm still trying to see the whale eye for everybody. Don't even do it.
Say there was
Don't even do it.
a little joke about a boy with a wooden eye once upon a time. A little girl with a cleft palate. We're at the school dance, a little girl. Little boy walked up, asked the little girl, said, "Hey, would you like to dance?" Little girl with the cleft palate says, "Would I? Would I?" Little boy with the wooden eye says, "Hair lip, hair lip." This Callan was, I don't know that on with Yuri. Was the other spoon?
Yeah, the amazing Randy.
Yeah, Amazing Randy was the guy that was the debunker.
Yeah. Yeah, he had Uri Geller on.
I know Kreskin was on Saturday Night Live.
Or no, wasn't Uri Geller on, like, what's his name? Johnny Carson.
Dr. Phil.
He was on Johnny Carson, and they had all the stuff already sitting out there. that one time. And he wouldn't even attempt to do anything. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that that can do these things. But I heard a lot of, it's just stuff I heard. I didn't know. I don't know, him from the people that said it about him. But that they always had to have access to all the stuff. And he always liked to bring his own stuff to be, the spoons to be bent and this and that and yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I like to believe that it's like Big Trouble in Little China, and there's little old men like weighing out there that can make lightning go in between their hands and shit like that. I do like to believe that. That's something that I like to keep as a possibility, and I have no reason whatsoever to believe that is possible. Especially what I know about electricity and how it works. I know there is a difference in potential between the right and left hand, but it's all within the same person. Like, to build up a potential difference enough just to get a little spark, like a little tiny one, is beyond my fathom of what I think is possible. But I like to believe that that's just because I'm ignorant, and there are little old men out there that are just like raiding in, what was that, Mortal Kombat.
Or Lopan, who lived to be 900 years old.
Yeah.
All because Chinese girls don't have green eyes.
Dude, 900 years, you got to be doing something wrong, man. There have been others.
You can be sure.
Great movie. Believe it or not, when my little brother was like 3-4 years old, that was his favorite movie.
I believe
Big Trouble in Little China. And with all the stuff we went through, Barney and all that stupid shit oh my goodness. Rugrats was cool, and Big Trouble in Little China, I would sit there and watch that with him 5 times a day if he wanted to. He'd just have it on as like background noise, and then he'd have like races going on in the living room with his 100 and something little Matchbox cars that had all the different numbers on them and all that. He knew all their names, and he would like reenact the race as races were going on and stuff. And then he'd have his own races. Oh man, he had an imagination. But yeah, I say about ready to call it then, gents.
Might as well.
Love y'all. You guys have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll be hearing from the gents tomorrow and the lady.
And you said it'll be what time again, sir?
They'll be landing there noon my time, so about 11 o'clock your time.
11 o'clock. Cool down.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Make sure you guys are subscribed and belled up and all that good stuff over there. Darrenism. And Witsit gets it. Might as well do it here whilst you're at it. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for the Ironworks and maybe another Have No Sphere. Be good, be well. Do good, do well. We love you. Bye-bye.